Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Reign of Emrys here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master Kelly, I use he and him, and I am incredibly excited tonight because we are on episode 6 of the Reign of Emrys. Folks, we've been doing this for 6 weeks now. Can you believe it?
Whew, that's a long time.
Crazy.
Yeah, it actually doesn't feel like it, I think, which is
It doesn't
pretty...
really
Time flies.
Time flies when you're killing Ivy.
Yeah,
Hey.
which is the most fun.
It's so much fun.
It's true. All right, so folks, if you're tuning in for the first time, this is set in our homebrewed world of Elos, which hopefully we'll have more and more put on the wiki. By the way, if anybody wants to help us fill in the wiki, please do. Amy, can you link the wiki? I think it's generic wiki is the command. So please feel free to upgrade our wiki with us because it is more work than you'd ever expect, or maybe exactly as much as you'd expect. Either way, it's more than I expected. This is set in our homebrew world of Elos, which is where our Shards of Nirn and Secret of Hexeter House settings and the beginning of our Curse of Strahd setting are all set. They are all interlocking stories, but as to which timelines, I have yet to reveal that, and that's going to be fun when that comes out. So I'm really happy to have you here. This is a game about a series of adventurers who are brought together by circumstance and will eventually shape the destiny of the empire from which they hail. So tonight, why don't we go ahead and do this in kind of a backwards order and say hello to the cast, starting with Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin.
Hello, my name is Caitlin, and I'm playing Talfrin, the Barbarian of Wild Magic. So
Ooh.
I use she, her pronouns, and Talfrin uses he, him pronouns. And I'm really excited to get this show on the road tonight.
Fantastic. Hello, Amy.
Well, this is a really weird order. Hello, I'm Amy. I am playing Leiden and Merov. I use she, her, they, them pronouns. Leiden is she, her. And yeah, I am the ASMR Cleric of the Grave.
All right. Hello, Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I go by she, her pronouns, and I am playing our lovely, adorable wizard blade singer, the human Claudette Belmont. She is lovely and cute and knows her way around a blade.
Hello, Mike.
Hey everyone, my name is Mike. I use they them pronouns, and tonight I am playing Veritrix Soulstar. She is our halfling artificer arterialist, and she has a flying mechanical rabbit named Crux.
What are Crux's pronouns?
Bun.
Bun bun?
Fun self.
Bun bane? Okay.
Bunbane.
Okay. Bun bane. Okay.
Oh my god.
I was running Vampire last night, and I was like, kept trying to describe as a Misi, and I was like, I think this is the one time it's actually okay to go it's for something's pronouns, because it's a Zamisi. It doesn't. It is just whatever it wants to be. It was terrifying.
It just exists.
It was, oh no, seriously, the audience was freaking out. It was great. And finally, hi, Robin.
Hi. I don't know. I'm Robin, and I go by she, they, and I am playing Ivy, the tiefling blood hunter.
All right. So, with that, last time the characters descended further into the Kobold Caves inside of the tunnel on their railway trip across the plains and mountain regions to head into Terrania, toward the capital, well, the capital of the province, Terraknel. A large city of about 30,000 people. As you were traveling, of course, the train was blocked inside of a lengthy tunnel burrowed into the side of the mountain range. It was blocked by sheets of increment ice. Something magical was causing this, and uniting together, you delved deeper into caves and found that it was a creature known as a rime worm, a large terrestrial-bound elemental that had been corrupted by some strange force with necrotic energy and had created an ice lair in the old caves of some bandit kobolds, who teamed up with you in some extent. You managed to survive, escape, and one of you even had a brush with death that you have since returned from. Whether or not that will be a long and difficult recovery period, we have yet to be seen. Ivy, for the beginning of the game, until you take a long rest, you will still be distracted by shades and whispers at the corner of your perceptions.
So is that just disadvantage like every?
It's disadvantage on anything involving sensory details. So anytime that most ability checks, but definitely perception, insight, and other ones where we're actually perceiving something very clearly. Not so much knowledge. But that'll only be for the first little bit. Okay.
Cool.
So with that, let us return to the continent of Emrys. The train begins moving again. You and the rest of your party, Claudette, are returned to your stately cabins. Not as stately as the previous train, but still nothing to scoff at. The party was also given the adjacent. Between them, there are a set of connecting doors between these two large compartments, each with its own washroom, equipped with a humble but deep tub in case of a sudden change in momentum or elevation so that it won't slosh on the ground, although there are drains there that will release down into the lightning arcers beneath. There is one large, we'll say California Queen-sized bed, that weird space between the king and the queen, bed in each room, as well as a pair of lounging sofas. Enough that you could all easily find a comfortable place to sleep. You have a little over 2 days before you'll arrive in Terraknel. And as you recover from your, well, ordeal, how are you spending that time? What are you doing?
Ivy was gonna have a bath to get the worm puke off of her.
But documenting what we did, and then, I mean, she's curious as heck. She's gonna like chat with her companions. Like, this is like the third time she's encountered these people now. She found them in a bar, and they had a fight together, and now they've adventured together.
Oh, and we had to give them some gold.
Oh, yes. Claudette will hand it out with, so we found some gold at the bottom of the pit. Here.
How much do you give out? On the middle of a card-sized table in the room.
It was 15 gold, I think, each that we just...
To each of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A small stack of 15 gold is handed out to each of you.
Thank
Significant
you.
amount.
Thank you.
No, this is after Ivy has taken a long bath and come back smelling like... Did you use the products that were in this washroom?
Oh, 100%. Ivy has been like, oh yeah, this is time. I just had a brush with death. I'm gonna treat myself.
You smell like rose water as you come back out. Your hair glistens and shines, and the towels here are some of the most luxuriously soft that you've ever touched.
Do they have a fluffy robe?
They do have a fluffy robe in both one pair in white and one in black.
She will put on the black one while her clothes are getting laundered. So she's just wearing that until they come back to the door with her clothes. So she's just
Sounds good.
Comfy central right now.
As you return, of course, the handing out of the gold occurs. What else do you talk about? Go.
Ivy, how are you?
yes.
How are you feeling?
Sorry? Say that again. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted.
Alright. How are you feeling?
I don't know. It was quite an ordeal. I remember getting knocked out by the worm, and I remember pain, and then I remember taking a big gasp for air, and I feel a bit weird.
I suppose that does make sense. Everyone has different experiences, I hear.
I want to say thank you for contributing to bring me back. We don't know each other much, only a few times, and it seems destiny might or fate. I don't usually believe in those, but I think in some ways I'm grateful that we crossed paths again. It's interesting. I never imagined death.
Can I insight, religion, anything to see like if I know what's going on with her?
Yeah, go ahead. Make me a religion roll.
Okay.
As you were having this conversation, you'll hear outside of your door, and a little slot will open. Almost kind of like a mailbox, and a little clipboard with menu items will be slid in from kind of a blind panel so that you can see it coming, but they cannot see into your room. This little door shuts. This menu means that within the next hour, they will start serving dinner. You may choose what time and what meal items you would like.
Leiden will grab it
Ooh.
distractedly and pass it to the other, like over to the table. And I got a 14 altogether on that one.
Sometimes when people come back, it's damaging to their psyche. It can take a little while for them to heal from it.
Yeah.
Traumatic events linger. And sometimes the dead bring back ghosts with them. Especially those that should not come back.
Well, I'm sure you'll feel better with a bit of rest.
Yes, I'm quite exhausted from this whole ordeal.
Butta's gonna turn to Talfrin and be kind of like, I'm very sorry, but I'm not 100% sure I caught your name properly. Was it Talfrin?
Talfrin Pridery. Nice to meet you. He'll
It's
extend a
lovely
hand.
to meet you. So what are you traveling for? I remember you were doing fighting in, oh, what was that place's name? Leiden? What was it called?
He can offer the
butchery.
name.
The
Personally.
Ah,
okay,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
Butchery.
I understand. It was some sort of tavern, I assume?
Yes, I frequent it quite often. However, I am a traveler in general, so this isn't out of the norm for me. I just figured it was time to hit the road, time to see new sights.
Oh, I see. So you don't have any destination in mind?
Not particularly.
Oh, I see. We're traveling down to Terraknel, and I hope to stop by near. Sorry, one sec. I'm just looking for the language. Kazluxia. That's where
Very
my brother's
nice.
stationed. So.
Oh, well, that will be nice for you.
It's much more exciting of a trip than I was expecting so far, though. We've been attacked by tribes people on grasshopper mounts, and the train tunnel was iced over, and we had to defeat the monster. It's much more dangerous than I was thinking it would be.
And such it can be sometimes. It is still more dangerous than most of my expeditions, however, that makes it a little bit more fun, right?
It was quite entertaining.
I figured
I
you'd like
learned
that.
so much.
Is that, he's gonna, like, take a peek at the menu. Is this, like, an either-or kind of situation, or...
I'll just pick what you want for the meal.
Now, right now, they have a fennel and pumpkin stew, as well as a sweet corn risotto, a borlotti bean stir fry, and a number of other items. Actually, as you're looking down, there are a few different types of beverage. There's a licorice salad with a maple syrup dressing, pepper tart with gorgonzola sauce, and a tallagio risotto as well to compare with the other. Of course, you always have two different types of risottos in a classy cart. Finally, you will see that there's an anise and majorum stir fry, as well as a peanut tart with juniper berry sauce for a dessert item. Oh, and of course, the anise and coriander madras, which, fantastic.
And Leiden's gonna turn to Very and examine the bunny if Crux is hanging out somewhere.
Crux is so Very just found a chair to lounge on, and Crux is just like on her lap, just mulling about.
And what's your story?
I build things. And well, I grew up on the Asia Naval Base, and my parents are actually the what would you call it? The Empire's astronomers, and they also do all of the charts and navigation routes for starships and not starship. Wow, I'm thinking Elite Dangerous. They do the navigation routes for skyrships, and as well as the military routes as well.
I wonder.
Interesting.
They take care of all of that. I was with them for a while. That's where I learned that I like building things. Then I moved down to the city, and I started working at the armory in town, and it was great fun. It was a great job. And then they sent me out to repair a telescope in Terraknel.
Oh.
Claudette.
So
Mike, quick question.
yes,
What was Very's last name?
Soulstar.
Soulstar. Okay.
Yeah.
Claudette's gonna apply that with. Oh, are you one of the Soul Stars then?
Yes. Yep. I sure am.
Oh, well, it's lovely to meet you.
You as well. Yeah.
Definitely
so
heard that
it's-
name around.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was wondering. I have an offer for all of you. If you like adventure, I've actually been sent down near Cordust to take care of some of more of those things that we fought actually the first time. And obviously I couldn't do it by myself. So I was going to go try and hire people to come maybe assist me. But I was wondering if any of you would like to come join me and help take care of them, study them even.
Oh, is this then? Were you sent by the Royal Science
Yes.
Department then? My uncle had indicated that such experiments seem common among them.
Yes.
I see.
There's been a bit of a situation, and it's causing some people quite a disturbance, and they're threatening lives. So I've been sent to go take care of them.
I see. So it's a person?
No, there's just three beasts, kind of roaming about.
Experiments.
Yes.
I see.
So it's like the thing that we fought in the square. They've been terrorizing, so it would be for the good of the people that I need to, unfortunately, destroy
if it's
these
a matter
experiments.
for the Royal Science Department, I'm sure a Royal Emrysian mage should maybe assist.
That's what I
After-
was thinking.
I mean, I of course must stop for my first job in Terraknel, but it is before Cordust.
Of course.
I would also need to stop in Terranel to do my job. But then, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Awesome. That's great.
Telfrin, would you be interested in accompanying us?
Of course, I would be honored to fight
With your-
alongside you.
I
again.
could use your
abilities.
fighting strength. You
Yeah.
were quite impressive in that ring.
You're extremely good at punching things.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is my specialty, actually. I'm glad you picked that up.
Yes,
Glad it
I'm
was
sure.
apparent.
I thought your specialty was that big sword.
Yes, well, and one can have many specialties.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's
This is true.
Well, I feel much better knowing that I have people that I can trust to assist me with this, rather than
Which-
finding random people on the street.
That's fair. Yeah, randos can be a little bit.
I feel
Yeah.
already a weight off my chest right now after this ordeal. It's been something weighing on my mind.
Well, with the backing of the Royal Science Academy and the and the Soul Star name, and your abilities, Telfrin, I do think that we're all quite reliable individuals.
I think we seem to do quite well together.
I think so too.
We do.
Well, and I'm sure once I've finished my current job, I'm sure I will receive another. So, if you don't have other duties afterwards, potentially I would be able to hire companions for my work.
Sounds like a good
Anybody would be
arrangement.
interested?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure my mother would
Have to
not
report back
not
to
have
my
any issue
superiors.
whatsoever.
That's
She is
understandable.
overly concerned about my well-being.
Yes, and any
Of
assistance
course.
to keep you safe while you conduct your business is welcome.
You act like it's a hard job. Aiden.
You are quite a curious mind. I can see how you can get
I
get
didn't
into
get
trouble.
hurt at all.
Yeah, that time.
You
We
all
were-
almost died.
I did actually.
You
Yes.
I know. We fixed it though.
You did. I'm
You
We
did
were
get
incredibly
better.
lucky that there was a cleric nearby.
very, very lucky.
And luckily we had the funds.
Yes.
I don't normally carry that much at a time.
Of which I am eternally grateful. So, let's order some food, shall we? I'm feeling
I'm
quite
always
peckish
hungry.
after that food.
Yes, of course. Leiden, you
Yes,
have the list,
yes.
don't you?
yeah, it's just on the table here, and she'll reach down and pick it up and pass it over to Claudette.
Claudette will calmly mark off her selections and. You know what? She'll probably just ask around what everybody wants and mark it off neatly, and she has a pen, so.
So there were what, like 4 selections for dinner?
Something like that.
Something like
Yeah,
that?
basically
all
2
sounded
for
amazing,
appetizer,
though.
2 for main, 2 for side, and 2 for dessert. Oh, and 2 for
Yeah.
soup.
Coffee options.
And of course, coffee options, which the coffee options run the gamut. They're a little limited. Mostly, it's kind of along the lines of like a cafe au lait is kind of at the most extreme they can do on this ship.
Well,
on this-
Leiden's definitely ordering at least 3 of those.
Very will rattle off an order with an appetizer, 2 mains, and like 3 desserts.
Claudette will pronounce it all very properly and ask if.
Oh, also there's coffee. Does anybody want cafe au lait?
Coffee.
That
Yes.
sounds quite fancy and very delicious. I will
Yes.
try
As long
one.
as it's caffeinated, I don't really care what it is.
I think I might go for
Wonderful.
something a bit
Well, I think you will
stronger.
enjoy
I want to.
this.
I feel like I'm gonna sleep soon. It's been quite a day.
You really should take some
certainly.
rest, but I think we
Yes.
can probably make sure there's food for you when you wake up.
How many rooms were there again?
there are
For
2.
sleeping? 2?
There are 2 beds, and between them, two full sofas, and like each one has a love seat as well. So which is like a double-sized sofa for Very.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, if you're going to go rest, what are our sleeping arrangements going to be? I obviously don't need much space.
Well, if
I'm
you
used
don't
to
mind, the
sleeping on a
sofas are
small
quite
place
large,
too.
and they're very comfortable.
Well, most things are quite large to me.
And we
I'm
can certainly
very
s-
small.
Request more
So.
blankets.
You
However,
could make a nest.
you're quite tall.
Yes.
Leiden, would you like to share with me?
That sounds fine.
And then there is one other bed. It's quite large, so if Ivy and Talfrin are okay with it, you can always get extra pillows to put down the middle.
Yeah. I would never.
So you don't
I would never
flail.
want to make you uncomfortable, but I am all right with it. So,
I'm
Otherwise, there
perfectly
are, of course,
fine with that.
other sofas, and you can flip for it.
you know, I will take one of the sofas.
No, please. I'm not used to this big of a bed. I'm fine with sharing.
Oh,
To,
all right. Maybe change your mind.
To anyone like looking over by like the love seat, you'll see Very like kneeling over, and out of her pack, she pulls out the small circular bed and puts it down beside the love seat, and the bun just goes and then just loafs in this little circular bed. I'm like, oh, there we go. And Crux is happy too.
Adorable.
Cool.
Dinner time.
You know, speaking of anything stronger, is there anything
Alcoholic?
stronger? Yes. Yes. If you
I
catch
could-
my drift.
I could also go for that as well. It's been a long day.
There are some alcoholic
Is there-
options on there as well. Mostly ales, beers, a little bit of whiskey, and then what looks like a triple distilled vodka. Now, some of them have surcharges. Each of you can get a cup of ale for free with your meal, but anything harder than that or more than a finger of whiskey is going to cost you a bit extra.
How much is the vodka?
There are two prices there. One is a good one, and one is a affordable one. One moment while I check the prices of that.
You
Also-
are 15 gold richer.
You are
Because
15
of-
gold
This
richer.
is true. Yes, he's
Priority.
definitely thinking about that.
So it's going to be a.
And you have
There
the
we go.
option of further employment.
So it's five copper per shot.
Oh, that's cheap.
Oh,
okay.
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 That's not particularly cheap. Like a mug of beer is 4 copper.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it actually was quite expensive.
That's like $5 or $6 a shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Well, you
so
have to
it's
remember,
not
like a
for
farmer's
expensive.
wages or something would be in copper, not in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
so-
see. I always
Like-
forget how much a gold
Copper.
actually is.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
deal. A skilled worker, as in like a foreman, a bricklayer who actually knows what he's doing, a coach driver can charge as much as 2 gold a day from an adventurer. So if you think that someone who's working on a construction site, maybe doing, I don't know, carpentry or something like that, probably makes between $200 and $300 a day. So a gold is worth about $100. So that works out to $5 a shot of vodka, and you each have $1,500 on you.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah.
Well,
You're rolling in it.
Mary is actually still. She's doing okay. She's doing.
Yeah,
okay.
Ivy's gonna order like 2 fingers of whiskey and then go to bed 'cause she's like done.
That sounds
That's
like.
fair. Yeah, Telfrin's gonna order 2 fingers of whiskey as well. Not quite
Mary's
go to
just
bed
gonna
yet,
get a
though.
few shots of vodka of the good stuff.
Okay. So you'll do that. When it does come, your meals will come, and so go ahead and mark off what it was going to be. The whiskey is going to be a bit cheaper than the high shelf vodka. Oh, sorry. So I said the cheap stuff's going to be 5 copper. The expensive stuff's going to be 1 silver each. And then the whiskey's going to come in probably around 6 copper per shot. So go ahead and just mark that off your sheets. Getting a full bottle. Let's see. How many? Well, it depends on the size of the bottle, I suppose.
Party time.
What's that? Well, I mean, would anybody be wanting to get a bottle?
I mean, if multiple people want whiskey, Telfrin's ready to grab a bottle for people.
Claudette's not interested.
Is it just Talfrin and Very drinking?
Possibly.
Oh, Ivy.
Well, Ivy's drinking
Ivy
and then
before
going
Ivy
to
goes to
bed.
bed.
Yeah, Ivy's crashing.
Okay.
Ivy's
so-
crashing.
And Lead is
Lord.
just drinking a lot of coffee.
It's gonna be a couple days though, right? We don't have
That's
to drink all
true.
night,
True,
hey?
yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll just grab a bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, so a bottle will be. Let's see. Hold on. If it's 6 copper, so that would be. Doing a quick math. 1 second.
Quick math. Choo, choo.
Quick math.
So
26.
that would be an entire gold for a bottle.
Okay, that's fine. That's easy math for me. Let's do it.
Okay, so you
Would
have
it be the same for the vodka?
the vodka would be 1.3.
1.3.
There
Okay,
we
so 3 silver as well.
3 silver, yeah. So
Okay.
that will give you 16 shots in a standard bottle.
Nice. Okay. Fantastic. I went ahead and marked that up.
Now, Kelly, I forgot to ask because the shaman, because I had silver and gold. Did the shaman just want the gold, or did she take Ivy's silver too? Because I kind of offered everything, but then you said gold, so I was like, oh, did she only take my gold, or do I have silver?
How much silver did you have on you?
I had 10 silver.
You still have your 10 silver,
Okay, cool.
but that is it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And now the 15 gold. But yeah.
Another 15
Yeah.
gold.
Yay. I'm rich again.
I do have several of the mores. Okay. You enjoy your dinner. It's, for some of you, it's very luxurious fare. For the rest of you, who might have eaten a bit classier, it is the high end of airplane food. Right? You're riding first class, but everything was kind of prepared on smaller, magically powered ovens that they get the temperature right, but they're you know, the main ingredient in good food is love. And the best that you can expect on a train ride like this is tolerance. So, the food, though, is tasty. Most of it requires a bit more salt. But it gets tastier with every shot of vodka or whiskey, and by the end, you're having a pretty relaxing time. Is there anything you're doing on the voyage besides that? Just resting, recuperating?
Yeah, and Leiden's going to be making notes about what we encountered just to supplement whatever Claudette has hyper-fixated on with maybe a slightly more general
I
and a
think
slightly alternate perspective.
Okay.
I think Ivy would like to have a conversation with Leiden at some point during this vacation. That's not a vacation. Trip. It's just not a vacation. Journey, that's the word I'm looking for. Words. So I think at some point she would want to kind of have a private conversation with Leiden.
Yeah, Leiden will check in with Ivy pretty much when Ivy wakes up the next day, and then just periodically after that, just to be like, all right, you're still alive, cool.
I think during that first night, actually, Telfrin's going to tell them about Dirk and then see if he can go see him.
Absolutely. So heading down into the other cars the next day, we'll start with that actually. You've got about another 16. Actually, I said it was 30 hours. So you got about another day and change. You'll be arriving in mid-afternoon tomorrow. You make it back into steerage, which here is a bit more comfortable. It's their actual like seats here. And Dirk, you will find sleeping and drooling against a window.
Hey, Dirk. He's gonna kind of kick him awake.
What the? Hey, how's it going?
Hey. Good. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, good, you're not dead. I was really worried about.
I'm not dead. Yeah, last I checked.
Where the hell you been?
I got bumped up a class.
And you didn't come by to grab me?
Sorry, we're really beat. But I'm here now, buddy.
Like, really? Can I come with you?
Yeah, let's see.
Are there any chicks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this place has been a total sausage fest. Except for her. And he'll point over at the Grandma Warlock, who gives you like a gummy-toothed grin.
Which, I want to say, if
Right.
Leiden was talking with Ivy, Claudette was going to follow Talfrin.
Oh,
Very quietly.
Can you make me a stealth roll?
Sure.
he's pretty oblivious, but
Here's the nat 20.
It's not a nat 20.
It's a nat.
It's a 19.
Is it a nat 19? Okay.
So it's 22.
22. So he'll point over his shoulder at gum-toothed old woman, and as you turn around, Claudette's just gonna be like right behind you.
oh,
Hi, did you find
my
your
God.
friend?
Yes. What?
Whoa.
When did you get there?
I wanted to come back and see where you had been. I've never been down the side of the train before.
Yeah, for
Is your
good
friend
reason.
okay?
Yeah.
Would you like to join us?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Hello.
I'm doing great.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
My name's Dirk.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Claudette.
And she'll hold her hand out.
Nice to meet you.
She's a little surprised to have her hand shaken, but...
Oh, was I? Oh shit. I mean.
Oh, no, it's
shit.
all right.
I
It's
mean,
all right. It's
nice
okay.
to.
Breathe. Please breathe.
Telfrin's gonna pop a hand on his shoulder and just be like, "It's okay, buddy."
Yeah, this is fine. Let me get our stuff. And he's gonna go and pull some stuff down from the overhead, dropping quite a few things on the ground. Something's gonna break that you'll hear inside.
Ooh.
I'm sure it's fine. It's
sure it's fine.
probably fine.
Oh yeah.
I'm normally much better with my hands. I mean. Oh, where are we going?
Right. Let's go back this way, and he'll just point and.
Okay, sounds good. See you later, Estelle. Have fun, the old woman says.
Telfin's gonna
Claudette will
cast
greet her
a
as well.
glance over his shoulder at her one more time before heading out because he's still not 100% convinced she didn't curse him. Because the weird magic shit going on.
You're really not sure. She kind of gives you a look like...
Yeah.
You'll actually hear like a low violin in your eyes as it kind of does the close-up on hers. You don't think she likes you?
No. We'll head out.
Claudette will have done the whole lovely to meet you, ma'am sort of thing. Respect for your elders.
Yes, of course, dear, of course. And with that, you head back up to the main car, into your lovely appointed rooms.
Mm-hmm.
As you do, you're all just lounging around doing what relaxation you can. But meanwhile, while that scene was in place, you're probably doing whatever upgrades Crux needs, you know, maybe a new paint job, some racing stripes to make him go faster.
Something like that. Yeah, she's just kind of she's tinkering.
You know,
Like,
if you paint him
nothing
red,
in
he will
particular.
move an extra 5 feet per turn.
Right?
Yeah, that's just science.
That is
Consider putting
science. Yeah.
painting flames.
Oh, flames! Painting flames on him is great.
Yeah.
So, as that is happening, Ivy, you see an opportunity to get Leiden alone.
Leiden.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you?
Oh, of course. What's wrong?
You're a follower of the orphan, right?
Yes.
What is mentioned about him and death and that stuff?
Well, when you die, you accompany him and walk with him to some beyond.
Has he ever sent people back?
I mean, sometimes people aren't quite ready to go yet, and it's not. I suppose. Yeah, it must happen from time to time.
What else is kind of known about? I'm sorry, I was raised in very much a science-based upbringing, so I'm not as familiar with religion and gods, and I've know that he's more worshipped in the main town, but I'm not actually 100% sure about him. Why do you follow him and stuff?
Well, that's a bit of a complicated question. I was raised in an orphanage run by clerics of the orphan. I just sort of knew that's where I was going.
So much like me, your upbringing kind of chose your path a little bit.
Well, I think they may have encouraged it due to some natural affinity. Well, I'm an ASMR.
Yes.
It seems to. Well, there's some thought that maybe I have a purpose. Yeah, it's yeah. Sometimes
I'm sorry for being so questioned.
No, it's all right. Sometimes you just sort of you know what your path is going to be.
Yes. I just I don't know if I dreamt. I don't know what happened. There's visions I can't quite explain, and I was just wondering if you
What sort of visions?
I don't really remember much. I just remember a lot of people looking at me and visions and a light, kind of.
Ivy, make me a deception roll. Leiden, please give me an insight roll.
Okay, come on, deception.
Well, it's not gonna be. Oh, never mind. I have a pretty solid insight.
Well done. Ivy first.
It's 14.
15.
There's something that she's not telling you, Leiden. There's something that she's holding back. Of course, death is very personal. But
I get the sense that maybe there's more, but I understand that you may not feel comfortable telling me. Though I hope that changes.
Yes. And since kind of Ivy wasn't great at holding back, you'll notice that for her, kind of a nervous twitches, her tail kind of flicks like a cat's. So it's kind of like maybe that was kind of what tipped you off to her not doing great, was that her tail kind of has this like nervous twitch to herself. She'll kind of thank you. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing. I don't know. You seem very calming, and you seem to know your path, and death is something I've been training for, but never thought I was good enough to not face it yet, you know?
Leiden's gonna lean forward and put a hand on Ivy's shoulder and just, in the most gentlest, kindest way she can possibly, will just say, everything does die eventually. No matter how good you are. But
I know.
But if you're really good at it, you may be able to delay your next meeting or next brush with it.
Yes.
And having friends helps.
It does. I'm not used to as much. I have acquaintances and people I'm familiar with.
That sounds
but
lonely.
It's all I've known.
Well, I'm happy that we are able to give you something new to know.
Me too. And she'll kind of awkwardly return kind of like the hand shoulder thing and be like pat kind of thing, being like really awkward about it, but she's like, I don't know how to display affection like
Aiden's
friends.
just gonna grab the shoulder and just like clasp it in both hands and very earnestly will just be like, it's good to know you. And then we'll wander off.
Yes.
Amy, does Leiden wander out of the cabin?
Oh, probably. I think she's noticed Claudette's missing.
Okay, as you go to open the door, Very is just kind of standing there with plates full of food.
Oh,
She's just like, she was just there like, oh, the door's open. I couldn't figure out the best way to open the door. I'm very hungry, so I went to the dining car, and I have a bunch of food, but I didn't want to put it down. Thank you.
and she'll make sure she gets out of the way.
Very's gonna shuffle in with, she has like arms full of like plates of food.
Did you bring some to share, or is that for yourself?
I mean, it was for me, but if you want some, you can have some.
Sure, I mean, I can go get food too, I just didn't,
Sorry, Very, did you see Claudette on your way?
Did I notice Claudette coming through?
No, you were too busy clogging
I
the
was too busy.
hallway. But
Did there
Leiden, as you
22
say,
for stealth?
as you say that, Leiden, you're gonna hear some footfalls and like a kind of a nervous laugh coming down the hall.
Turn and look.
You will see Talfrin's immense frame kind of, well, his immense height anyway, blocking the view of all but the side of Claudette's skirt, and a rather lanky, kind of short guy that you might have seen at the butchery, walking behind carrying a pair of duffel bags.
Oh.
I feel like we're cheating being up here. Oh my god. Look at this. This is that's actual brass.
It sure is. Drink it
What-
in, my
what?
friend. Welcome.
Wasn't this the fellow that we had to tell
Yeah.
his brother died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So Claudette's kind of like dancing around that subject and not saying anything since he's not.
He looks over and kicks the wall a couple of times lightly. Huh, mahogany! The door opens next to where he kicked, and this very well-to-do, like, man just... I never... Sorry? Just admire...
Maybe
Huh.
come
Well, I
inside.
never. How rude.
Thanks. Oh! It's you.
It's you.
Yeah, well, you know, I get around.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Leiden.
Hi. Where did you get off to? Where did you
I went
come
with
from?
Talfrin.
To pick
Go
up a
find his
friend? Oh.
Well, it was his travel companion, and we
Right,
couldn't leave
right,
him
right.
behind. That's
Yes,
rude.
we are companions.
So
I
you
didn't
went-
mention that last night.
Down into. Why do I even try?
I was
Welcome.
with Talfrin. I didn't go by myself.
we're gonna...
Welcome to the cabin.
Hello.
Hi.
There's two rooms. They're adjoined. If you
I believe
put stuff down.
they're taken for the moment. There's space at
Yeah,
least.
I told you, buddy.
Where should
I
I
think
put
there's
my...
a free sofa.
I love a free sofa. Free sofas are way better than ones you have to pay for. Where can I put these down?
I believe there's a corner over there if you don't.
Oh,
Yeah, here.
what do
He'll
I...
take him to it.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man. Here, this one's yours.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I had to fight a hobo from, like, taking your bag while you were away.
Appreciate you, man.
Like, look, and he'll
Appreciate
hold
ya.
up a bite mark on his arm.
How
Oh,
brave.
mighty
Damn.
warrior.
Ugh. Yeah. You need to get that. Make sure. Yeah. Make sure that thing doesn't get.
I mean, he didn't have all of his teeth, so, like, it's not as bad,
Uh,
you know?
Okay.
There were some missing places. Actually, Estelle
That's
helped
fair.
me out.
I've seen worse. I've seen
Oh,
worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Oh, yeah.
what did you guys get up to when you left? Like, I covered for you, but, like, I didn't really hear what happened. I just heard that we were moving again after a few hours.
Well, Leiden looks at the others and goes,
Yeah.
Claudette
Okay,
will
we fought a bunch of stuff.
launch into an animated and just excited, like bouncing on the balls of her feet, sort of excited, like retelling of what happened.
Ivy's gonna just be like standing, like kind of like sitting on like the edge of a sofa, kind of like just amused, like with a glass of a shot of whiskey, just drinking and listening to hear
and
the end of the fight.
Claudette will introduce everyone to Dirk, as she is
Hi.
one of the people who knows
Sorry, that was,
everything,
like,
and that is the way of things.
super rude. I'm Dirk Milos. I'm Talfrin's best friend and squire.
Yes, I met you
Fire?
briefly at the butchery before his fight.
Oh, yeah.
Would you like some food?
Claudette's
I
gonna
have a
lean
whole
into Talf
bunch.
and go, "Are you a knight? You didn't introduce yourself properly then."
Well, I mean, he's a man about town.
Claudette's gonna look at
Yeah.
Leiden and go,
That one.
"Did you know?"
I don't think he's a knight. He
Well,
doesn't
I mean, he's
have
a
any
good
of
knight.
the-
I could be your knight.
Hey, last time I tried
Anyway,
that, one of my friends died.
So
Claudette does
is
not
true.
know how to react.
Ivy's just like
wanna-
cockily smiling, just like grinning.
Although now that one of my friends has another one of my friends has almost died, maybe that reversed it. So maybe we actually could.
Talfrin, I need a persuasion roll on. Was that aimed at Claudette or Leiden?
anyone.
it was a
probably
shotgun?
Claudette. It was
Okay.
just, it was just
Shotgun.
out there. Oh God, what is persuasion?
Persuasion is charisma.
Oh, okay.
I think you took that as one of your skills. At least I hope you did.
Yeah, I think I did.
Hope so.
Hopefully.
Oh, it's still not great. Oh God. Let me see. Yeah, no, I did not actually. That's an 8. That is a whole 8.
Claudette's still not used to it, so you know, it is what
True.
it lands. It doesn't land like a critical hit or anything, but it's enough to be like, that was flirting.
Light flush.
Fair enough.
Leiden gives Talfrin a bit of a look, regardless of whether or not he notices it.
Probably won't notice it.
I was gonna kind of like wink at Dork, give a little swish of her tail just because she likes messing with people.
I mean, one day I'm gonna be a knight too. I could be your knight.
Yeah, because I think
It
Talfrin's supposed
doesn't
to
hit
be
the same way
quite...
the second
Holy
time.
shit, he got a nat 20.
Good God.
Maybe it hits
Talfrin
better the second
supposed to actually be
time.
fairly attractive, right?
Was that?
Talfrin?
Yeah.
Talfrin's hot.
Yeah.
Talfrin kind of looks.
What is Dirk? I forgot the description of Dirk
Okay,
again.
so if I were picturing people as celebrities, I would think that Talfrin looks a lot like Ryan Phillippe, like back in the '90s, like that guy, or like or
Dirk?
yeah, Dirk looks like Seth Green,
Oh, okay, right.
like
yeah, right,
young
right.
Seth Green, like
Yeah,
Seth Green when
yeah.
he was on Buffy, or Seth
damn
Green when
it.
he was on Austin Powers.
That guy! Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
cute, nerdy.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah.
He looks like he would have some great jokes when he loosened up.
Okay. So Talfrin looks good enough that an 8 is probably pretty decent.
Yeah, like honestly, even when he fails, he gets a 10 usually. Like accidental College of Eloquence stuff right there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I guess the nat 20, that line kind of works.
I just
From
think you weren't.
Dirk.
I think you weren't expecting it. I think that.
Yeah, that's it. She's kind of like, huh?
Strangely charming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bumbling charming.
Yeah.
Cute.
See, it's a cute line, right?
Anyways, welcome to the cool cabin.
Yeah.
We have lots of food and alcohol.
Yes,
true.
yes. We bought this last night. He'll whip out the.
Very will hold up a bottle
bottle.
of vodka and a plate of food.
Perfect.
I like to eat.
Great.
Good.
It seems you have a lot in common with at least most of us.
Yes.
Eating food
I'd say
is
so.
nice.
And with that, you will enjoy the rest of your time. It will be a relaxing trip. Dirk will sleep on whatever sofa is available, even if it's the love seat, because he can curl up pretty small. Talfrin, you know that that's actually probably pretty good for him. His parents weren't particularly well off, and they more or less grew up on the street. He and his brother, before his brother went and joined the army. He's pretty happy to be here. And he eats very lustily. Especially when he finds out that it's already covered.
Yeah. Probably during meals, there's going to be a few moments of probably Claudette just kind of glancing at the others, eyes slightly wide, and then looking back at what she's doing herself and kind of going, okay. I like to just... It's weird, but it's okay.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing's wrong.
Okay.
Are you enjoying
Oh.
your meal?
Yeah, it's great. Oh, hey, check out these beers. Imperial Opulent Merc Delusion.
And she will try to keep, like, dinner conversation going.
Attempting to
They have
keep
here.
like the more like some of the more noble topics and things.
the sort of things that, as far as she's aware, are the only
Cinnamon.
reasonable
Topics.
Sticky hop.
conversation for dinner, right?
What's a
Like,
sticky
yeah.
hop.
I have no idea. Try to find out.
Yeah, let's get one of these. Oh, damn, this is expensive.
I can spot you.
Yeah, since when? Nice joke,
Since
man.
recently, he'll clink the little bag.
Let's do it.
Right.
Wait, since you're buying, what are you drinking, Ivy?
That's not how it works. But
Hey,
let's do it.
my
I'm a
your
fan
purse
of
is my
whiskey.
purse, my friend. Sorry, just with. Oh, come on. Try the sticky pulp blast with me.
What?
Claudette's gonna lean
Well,
over
no,
to
it's like a melon
Leiden and just go,
sticky
"That
sticky
sounds
pulp.
disgusting."
Like, well, looks like it's made with some type of something kind of like a citrus fruit, like a star fruit or something.
Sure.
Huh.
She'll kind of like be like, Kate, we're trying new experiences. We can do this. All right. Why not?
Sounds good. The beer will come. Your meals will come. The beer's all right. It's a solid, 7 out of 10. It's a bit. It's fine. It's got kind of a bitter backbite at the end of it. Like you swallow it and you're like, that's pretty good. And then you're like, oh, grapefruit. You
I was gonna say
that.
too much hops in it.
It's a little too hoppy. The rabbit kind of takes up all the hops in this carriage. But no, it's kind of got that like kind of feel to the back of it, where you're just like, ugh. You kind of want to take a drink of something else afterward, or you want to take another drink of it just to wash its own aftertaste out of its mouth.
I think after the first couple sips, she'll just like down the beer, be like, get it over with, and then
It's not bad. It kind of clings like an ex-girlfriend though.
Have many of those, do you, Dirk?
A couple.
Insight. I would like to insight Dirk.
All right, go ahead. Give me an insight.
Leiden's also watching this and would like to insight.
All right, you may insight Dirk.
It's been like a day, so I don't have any disadvantage.
Why is-
Right?
God damn it.
You do not, but let me
Sweet.
pull up
This is
Dirk's
hilarious.
sheet because I finished it today.
Ooh, nice.
Oh man, I think Ivy's not. I was gonna believe it. It's a 5.
My insight 26.
I got a
Ivy's oblivious. She's a little
26.
tipsy.
I have an unnatural 20. That's pretty good. I don't like to kiss and tell. I've got a couple. Ivy, he actually sounds like he's kind of downplaying it. This guy, maybe he gets around. Dirk Fox. As for you, Leiden, like honestly, he's actually like kind of trying to sound cool. He's being honest. He has a couple of exes. It was a dumb joke, and he's trying to play it off right now. You get the vibe that he made a dumb joke, and he'd rather move along, but he's gonna play it as long as he can because he probably doesn't get to be the center of attention very often. And now that he's in the spotlight, he's kind of dancing like I gotta, he's treading water on stage, basically.
And then Leiden's gonna actually turn to Claudette and is going to pull her out for a brief little chat to be like, hey, so I need to tell you something cool that I just heard. Because apparently Leiden's a gossip.
With a lot of coffee in her.
But a lot of coffee.
Spill the coffee.
Yeah.
So if she's able to get Claudette, she'll be like,
Sure.
So Ivy had a death experience.
Well, yes, she died.
No, she didn't say it, but I think she met him. The orphan.
Oh,
We don't get to see that very often.
that's really interesting.
And I don't get to meet people firsthand. They kind of keep me away from that part.
Huh.
Don't tell her that I told you, but how could I not tell you? Right?
I have questions.
Well, let me know what they are. I'll try and act natural.
I'll see if I can bring it up to the point where she'll talk about it to me. And then I can ask
She
questions.
seems really lonely. Just
Well,
be
I mean-
nice and friendly and gentle, but you're good at that. I just try to follow your lead on that.
Okay.
The overwhelm with friendship and kindness and conquer.
So, slumber party?
Slumber party.
Okay. We can manage that. We've got extra rooms. And now Talfrin has somebody to entertain him.
Exactly.
So what do you guys do for fun?
I build things.
Oh, that's cool. What kind of stuff do you build? Oh, I mean, like,
she's gonna summon the rabbit over and is gonna land gently on her head and perch.
so was that like a real bat rabbit before? Bat bit?
A bun bat.
Bun bat? Okay.
But
Did
no,
you-
I made him.
But was it like a real one beforehand, and then you kind of like just like built like a metal shell, or did you?
No, I made him from the paws up.
Oh,
He's great. He does magic.
huh.
Yeah. Well, to be more specific, I do magic through him. So I cast a spell on him, and then he can go off and cast it on somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's weird.
Interesting.
It's really quite cute, actually.
Cute. Ah,
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, like if I were to, well, say if I were to cast a spell, I would pull, and she's gonna like pull one of her like spell grenades off of her belt. Yeah. So this is one of my spells, and I just select it with a little dial, and then I hand it over to him, and he goes over and he drops it on someone. If it's too far away for me to reach.
Huh.
Yeah, and she's gonna put the little spell nade back on her belt. Yeah, I have lots of really other cool things too. She's gonna be like, oh, here, come over here. I want to show you
Okay.
something really cool. And
Okay.
she's gonna lead him over into the middle of the room, and she's gonna be like, oh, hit me.
What?
Come on, hit me.
What?
Just do it.
I don't really want to hit you. You seem nice.
You're no fun.
I'm sorry, I'm not into that.
Oh, fine, okay. Fine.
What?
What? She's gonna hit a button on her arm, and a bunch of little like little drone things are gonna come up, and oh dear, oh very, oh dear, oh my god, a bunch of little drone things with shields on them are gonna pop out of her armor, right? Yeah. You stop things from hitting me.
That sounds like it probably would have hurt me. I'm glad I didn't hit you.
It actually doesn't. It actually doesn't.
Have you tried to hit yourself?
I've never tried to hit myself. Well, on purpose anyways. Of course, I've fallen downstairs and stuff.
Does it protect you from falling downstairs?
No.
Oh. Well, so it's kind of neat.
Only not being dumb protects me from falling downstairs. So,
Oh.
which I try.
Yeah, it's hard. I fall downstairs too. It's okay.
Yeah.
Must be farther for you to fall though.
Yeah, every step is like 3 for me.
Yeah, that's kind of must be rough. Especially,
Yeah.
Especially in Duchesne. There's a lot of stairs.
Yeah, they were. I fell down a bunch of stairs the other day actually for breakfast.
You must have really good legs.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, neat.
And she's gonna hike up her skirt.
Oh wow, your thighs are really like not. I mean, I don't mean big in a bad way, but like they're pretty big actually.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
ropey.
exercise a lot.
Good job. Huh. Damn, I think they're bigger than mine. Ivy, what are you doing during this? You have your hand up.
It was more of what I remember. It was more like during the time that we were doing this, as well as like resting. She had the poison mushrooms, and she has a
The
poisoner's kit. So I was,
for
she scraped some off from the sample from the wall in the cave.
yeah, the poison mushrooms for Cusco. Yeah,
Yes, exactly. Cusco's mushrooms.
Cusco's mushrooms for Cusco's omelet.
Yeah. So could she make a poisonous concoction with her poisoner's kit that she has?
That sounds great. Yeah, you are
Cool.
proficient in that, so go ahead and make
Yeah.
me a proficiency intelligence roll.
Okay. Dice, can you just behave for me tonight? Would be nice. Okay, that's really nice. So intelligence, that's gonna be 22.
That is fantastic. You're actually going to make a fantastic dose.
Sweet.
What you're going to do with this? Did I tell you what type of poison it is going to act as?
No.
Okay. So this is going to be an injury-based poison. So this needs to actually go directly into someone for it to work. And it is going to be... it's going to be one of two. One moment. It is going to be either that or... It is not going to be that. No. No. So this is going to be... roll me a d10.
Cool.
You can actually roll me any die, but just...
No, that's 5.
5? Okay, so that's less than half. It is going to function equivalent to drow poison. So it means that you can't expose this to sunlight or else the chemical composition will break down. However, if you strike somebody with this, you can coat your blade, and basically it has one application on a blade. Okay? You can do... they have to do a DC 13 saving throw or be poisoned for 1 minute. While poisoned, they are paralyzed.
Ooh. That's cool.
They recheck at the end of every turn, ending the effect on a success.
Sweet. Awesome. And then while they're having the chat, Ivy would probably have gone up to Talfrin if he's not really doing much.
Sorry, my bad. I read the wrong entry. So it is, they're poisoned for 1 hour. If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, they go unconscious. They're not paralyzed. They pass out.
Ooh. Okay.
However, that's even better, technically.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so
because they don't wake up unless they take damage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So it's a go to sleep poison.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's how drow take slaves. They load up blow darts with them and go.
Yeah. Fail by 5, go to sleep. Cool.
Yep. Sleepity slave, now you're enslaved. You know.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So yeah, she would have done that and then put that in her bag.
Sounds good. So you'll have that, and you will have 2 doses worth, but each time you have to actually like put it on your blades.
Yeah. Cool.
Sounds good.
Cool. 2 doses.
With that, you will return. You'll all return back to the cabin after your discussions in the hallway, and you're hanging out and eating and all of that. What is the last thing that you all want to get done as you're sitting and chatting and just kind of bonding?
Anyone know any card games?
Yeah, I know a few.
Yeah.
All right.
You ever played Whist?
Have you ever played High Jumper?
No.
Okay. How about Under the Bridge?
What about we play a game to get to know each other, like Never Have I Ever?
Is that a card game?
What's that?
No, no,
I'm not familiar with that.
It's where you say something you haven't done, and anyone who has, well, I guess they would take a drink, but
We do have lots of drinks.
Oh, it's a drinking game.
Yeah.
Drinking games are fun.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
All right, if everyone is up for that.
Sure.
I guess I should start.
Yes.
Never have I ever spoken to a god.
Like like prayer? Yeah.
No, like, I mean, I pray, but I've never like talked to a god directly.
No, I have not.
I don't understand this game.
Well, you drink if you have.
Okay.
Leden's like,
Ivy's giving her a weird look. Ivy's like glaring at her a little bit, like giving her like kind of like a weird side eye kind of thing. Like,
can I?
did I just tell you something and you're using this against me kind of thing? Like that kind of like, did you betray my trust?
Well, okay. Never have I ever been caught breaking into somewhere.
Talvrin's
Claudette's gonna glare at Leda and be like, suppose Mother's study counts.
All right, that's a drink.
Anyway, that's sort of what Leiden leads into and
Who-
sees where it goes.
Did anyone not drink? Okay. Everybody took a drink. Leiden, you did not take a drink?
No.
Okay. So who's next?
I think it goes around the circle. So, Claudette.
Just to double check, I don't think she actually cast a killing blow on anything, did she?
I don't think so.
She was not the one who finally killed anything in like.
Who killed number 19?
Ooh.
Was it you that killed number 19?
Oh. I'm not sure.
It was I think it was Claudette or Talfrin that did it.
Yeah, I think so.
it
One of
was,
those
yeah.
two. I'm pretty sure Ivy was
Fine.
unconscious.
Yeah, Ivy was unconscious.
I
I
actually
thought
don't
it was
remember.
Talfrin who finished it off.
I think you froze it and then Talfrin cut its head off.
Yes.
So I think
So I
technically
didn't actually kill it.
I think technically you did, but Oh,
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
Talking about Talfrin.
You killed him.
damn it, Talfrin.
Oh no!
Ah!
Ah!
So folks, we are going to just kind of everybody vamp.
Vamp, 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 vamp.
Actually, no more vamp. That game's over. So we're
That's
just gonna wait for
I'm
Kaylin to
so
reconnect.
sorry.
You started a round of never have I ever.
Like shit, what has Claudette like not done
That's
that she
like-
could say?
That's like never did I ever sleep with someone else's husband. Right? Like it's that type of bomb drop you just did there.
Right? Like Jesus Christ, yeah. I mean, it's like what the fuck, man?
Okay,
You're
Caitlin's
trying
on
to
her
be
on her way back.
friends. You're trying to be friends, and then you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell your secret to everyone." What?
Well, she doesn't know for sure. You didn't say.
I didn't say.
So she's like, maybe she did, maybe she didn't. It's the rule of never have I ever. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I am.
oh, man.
It seemed like a good idea at the time.
All right. Oh, I got another hurt the more.
Oh, Ravnos.
So speaking of which, since we have a quick break while we're just waiting for Caitlin to show up, ooh, and a drama bomb. Okay, that is going to be a D6 over here. Yeah, that sounds good. Quick reminder that if anybody wants to go see me do any playing, I will be over at Ravnos Archon stream tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, playing Mage the Ascension. As my boy Mikhail, starts with a V, Volkov? I think it's Volkov is his last name. I gotta double check my sheet. But it'll be fun. You should come over. Come watch me do an accent that I will not regret, I'm sure.
No regrets. Not even a single letter.
So lost Caitlin at 8:18. Okay. So it'll be good. And then oh, Caitlin's back. All right. So let me just redo frames. Oh, I just gotta switch YouTube. And then I gotta switch YouTube. And then I gotta switch YouTube. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, come and see that. Anyway, we are back in 3, 2, 1. So, yes, so you did not kill them, to your knowledge, anyway, Claudette. It sure looked like Talfrin did it.
Never have I ever killed something.
Something?
Yeah.
Ivy takes a really big swig.
Like, not
You
even
should
a
stop
bug?
putting out the mice and bugs. Or making me do it.
Okay.
Unfair.
Oh, that's bad. Who's next? Who's sitting next to Claudette? Is it Talfrin?
Yeah, it could be Talfrin.
It's Talfrin.
All right. Oh gosh. Something I haven't done. So hard to think of things you haven't done, hey? Let's see. What have I not done? You know what? Never have I ever actually finished an entire book. I'm actually not sure Talfrin can read.
Claudette takes it. Really?
Oh, for yes, truly. Truly, I'm serious.
Oh,
You just need to find a good
Interesting.
book.
books are
Yes.
really enjoyable.
Hey, check this
Not
one
even
out.
ones about
I'm
fighting.
supposed
I
to
feel like
too.
I have some good recommendations for you about fighting techniques.
Makes
You
it
seem
so
like
that
the
you can, like-
guy about fighting.
Thank you.
You can basically travel without ever having to go anywhere.
Never.
I would love to take some recommendations from you for those.
Oh,
Claudette will just start.
Got it.
Later.
It's
So-
Dirk's turn.
Later.
Never have I ever cast a spell.
Does blood magic count?
I mean, it has magic in the name.
I think so.
Sure.
Talfrin is pointedly going to not drink because he doesn't think that the stuff happening around him is his own fault.
Okay.
Never have I ever. She's gonna go. She's really bad at situations. She's gonna never have I ever met my parents.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry.
Wait, so if you've met
Yes.
your parents, you drink?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Briefly.
Very?
Never have I ever woken up beside someone with no recollection of how it happened.
Is that something that happens?
Remember that time when I was trying out with magic stuff and I passed out and I woke up next to you because you had to carry me back to the room? I don't know how I got there.
Yeah, this doesn't have to be like a sexy thing. Like, this can just be you got knocked out.
Yeah.
If so, that
No,
like
probably yes.
that multiplies my odds a lot. Actually.
Yes. Yes.
I've remembered every night that was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep going or try a different game?
Let's
get-
try something different.
Let's try something
Yeah.
different. Okay.
Under the
that one-
under the bridge.
Usually really popular.
Under the
Sure.
bridge.
Under the bridge.
Yes.
What's that?
We'll teach you. We'll teach you.
I'll teach you. Trust me, it's great. And he'll
It's
start
not
dealing
hard.
out his cards. So first off, can I get everybody to make me a Constitution check?
Yeah.
Pardon me, a con save, I should say.
Oh, perfect, but even better.
Oh yeah, actually, shit, he's gonna be a little bit drunk while he's
Oh
doing this.
no, Ivy! No girl, no girl.
Oh no, girl.
Con save? 7.
7. You're a bit drunk.
Oh boy.
6.
Kelly,
Yes.
do I make this with disadvantage because I'm a halfling,
No.
or roll it flat because I'm a
You,
halfling?
you roll it. You roll it flat, like a normal person.
All right. Cool. I got
15.
16.
16.
Dirty 20.
Holy crap, Claudette is the heavyweight. Would you? Okay,
Do you know how
Talfrin-
much social drinking occurs in like noble situations and stuff like that in most cultures?
It's true. Ivy, what did you get? You're the only one I didn't hear.
6.
6. Okay. So you, Dirk, and Very are kind of pardon me. You, Dirk, and Leiden, because you got a 6, yeah, or an 8. You are getting. You're a little. You're a
I think
little
Claudette
swimmy.
just sipped her drink.
Okay.
Ivy's
so-
gonna start giggling a little bit, which is like a sound that no one should hear coming from her mouth, but she's kind of like giggling a little bit. She's got a little bit.
Dang it, Varric. All right,
It
so
happens.
he is going to try to teach you the game, and is not going to do a very good job. So Talfrin's going to have to explain it, and then okay. So the whole point is that you have a bridge, right? So you have to place the cards down, and it's random. What you have to do is
Okay, Drake, I'm not sure anyone's real again. We gotta.
But you have to go under the bridge because the bridge is the high cards. And if you play a noble, you get your get your head a little bit knocked off, okay? But you don't know what your cards are. Everyone else does.
You know, maybe we should play a different game.
No, this is a good one.
You know, time. I think we've tried a little bit too much to actually explain the rules correctly.
Well, then you explain them. It's fine.
All right.
This is some good whiskey.
Why are my cheeks so warm?
All right. So can I get everybody here to make me a wisdom and gambling roll?
My
Now,
proficiency
I have
is cards.
proficiency in cards.
Do you have proficiency in gambling cards?
Yes.
Playing card set? I have
Yes.
proficiency
Then
in that.
you add your proficiency to this.
I'm a noble. I have proficiency cards.
Yes. And if you do not have the proficiency, you do not add it. Also, if you are drunk, roll with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Sorry, what was the roll
Oh
again?
shit. Oh, Dirk, why you gotta be like this?
Did he get nat 1?
He got a nat 1. He had like
Oh,
a
no,
24 on
God.
the other roll.
Oh no, this is
Sorry,
not
what
good.
was
Like
the
half
roll
decent
stat
right
again?
now.
Wisdom and proficiency.
Okay, so just wisdom if we don't have proficiency in it.
Wisdom if you don't have proficiency, yeah.
Oh no.
5?
22! 22! Because
Okay.
apparently I rolled a 17 and a 20 on that.
Okay, Dirk rolled a nat 1. Ivy rolled an 8. Claudette rolled a
Nat 20.
nat 20, which is a total of 20.
22.
Okay. Very, you rolled a...
No, 24, sorry.
24?
15.
A 15. Talfrin?
Only 5.
Only 5.
I'm not good at wisdom.
You know what? This game's actually pretty fun despite the macabre tone that it sets for assassinating nobles. Are you playing for money, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Claudia's used to that.
Okay, so I would
What's
like...
a couple coppers? Or
So
gold?
Ivy doesn't have coppers, but so I was gonna be like, I guess I have silver.
all right.
She's
So
drunk at this point, so I guess she says yes because she's just tipsy.
what is the maximum amount of silver that you would be willing to put into the game?
2.
2. You have lost your 2 silver.
Okay.
Everyone else has either lost or gained 2 silver because that's going to be the baseline bet. Dirk is going to up that to 5 silver.
Does Dirk have 5 silver, or is he
That
using
is-
my 5
yes,
silver?
he has. Actually, he does. Dirk
Cool.
has. Dirk has. Actually, he's going to raise this in the end because he's feeling so good about his last hand. He's going to raise his 2 electrum pieces.
Wow.
He's going to raise them. 'Cause
I
he's-
think I'm gonna bow out for the night.
Okay, so you're going to lose 2 silver from this. And in the end, so let me just do this. So that's 6 people times 2 silver, 1.2 gold, plus that. Is anybody going to match the 2 electrum?
Sure.
I
What's
don't
what's
know
two
what that
electrum
means.
One
Sure.
gold.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sure. That's fine.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, plus 4 gold. All right, let's divide this up accordingly. So, ooh, that's... Pull the calculator app out. Let's do this. Okay, so that's going to be 5.2 divided into... so you're going to have a good time, Talfrin. You're going to lose all the money.
Yeah.
And you're going to
Oh,
walk
yeah,
away.
it's fine.
You're going to walk away with 5 copper.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's 5.15. Then, Very, you're gonna come ahead by 2 silver. So 1.2. Leiden, you are going to get back an additional 7 silver
Nice.
on top of your initial bet, and Claudette, you're gonna get a bunch of spare change, but it's gonna be just under a full gold profit from this. It is pretty good, and in the end, Dirk is just looking down at the cards like, how did you have 3 queens?
I guess just lucky.
Oh, bud. Sorry. I'll pat his shoulder. I'm sorry it wasn't your night.
It wasn't my night
You
either.
can always play again, something else maybe.
I think it's I think it's...
Is it bedtime?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, let's get you to bed.
I can get myself to bed. Get myself to couch. He's gonna kind of mutter and crawl over to the couch.
You okay?
Oh, he's had worse nights. He'll be fine.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
Would lesser restoration
Yeah.
help clear up drunkenness?
Immediately.
Leiden's gonna cast that on herself before she goes to bed.
Okay. All right. So yeah, less restoration means no hangovers.
Wow, nice.
Right?
Nice.
It's so good. And with that, you all will head to bed. The rest of the trip is uneventful. And the next morning, you will roll into the station. Terraknel, at the heart of Tyrannia and the Tyrrhenian mountain range, is a lovely, verdant green and stony city, built into the side of one of the lower peaks of the mountain range. The train line runs directly through valleys and then up into the city on what appears to be almost like an old aqueduct. These huge, arching, raised tracks. The city itself is built in a series of concentric walls, each slightly raised above the other along the mountainside. They're semicircles, crescent moons that look out toward the ocean, which you can see, even from here, miles and miles and miles in the distance. You imagine that it would take you a week of walking or light riding to reach those cliffs. Around you is an immense stone run, stretching at least a mile or two. As you look at it, these stone runs are invaded by green and red peat moss. Huge rocks and archways surround you, like a pair of giant's legs reaching up into the misty sky. And as you dock inside of the lower district of Terraknel, I should say, you've finally made it to your destination. The city is bustling around you. There are thousands of bodies here. It's not as big as Duchesne, but the architecture is strange. Up in the richer districts, you can see right now, the housing is framed. It's built in a slightly Emrysian style, but the Nouveau architecture with the wooden beams on the outside. Almost a Tudor styling, but with some modifications. Closer, you will see that there are, in the merchant district, houses that are a bit tighter packed. They lean over each other and off their first floors like mushroom caps off the stalk. But here, in the area where the trains roll through, on the occasions that they do, the houses look cheap, quick. Some of them even have false fronts in order to gussy them up. This is the frontier. Terraknel is, well, barely a few hundred years old. The explosion of the railway brought extra life and extra money here, and the city has struggled to keep up. And as you arrive, you have no idea that your adventure really begins today, which we'll discover right after we come back from this break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're going to be right back after a quick washroom break. All right, be right back. Hello, chat. We're back, and we're here for you. So, hey guys, we are, sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We were just having a discussion because Mike wanted to go buy a gun, and then we were like, oh, how much does a gun cost? So we were looking at, like, gun charts. And, like, the one that I was looking at, the guns were way expensive, but they weren't, like, super good, so we're kind of doing customized firearms for this era. So the one that I really like, just so you can play along, is modifying a version. Now, is that just for gunslingers? Hold on, let me double check this. So, it's listed under gunslinger firearm properties. Let me go up a level. So anyway, but we'll talk. I'm wondering if it's just gunslingers who get it at that cheap then. Firearm proficiency, gunsmith. Ammunition at half the cost. Well, no, that just means you get cheaper shit. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I think 150 for what's basically a heavy crossbow is fine.
Yeah.
Like, you just want it for style.
Yeah, and then like 4100 for range type thing.
Yeah, let's do 4100 because that's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad news. So, hey everybody, sorry. Guns are complicated and it's weird because you don't want to create something that's overpowered. Some of the rules that we found, like the ones in the DMG, are like, you do like 2d12 with a bullet, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty realistic for getting shot with a bullet. It's not really realistic for like mechanics for like a level 4 character though, right? Like if you're doing like 2 of Talfrin's hits per bullet, that's a bit much. Right?
Yeah, that's pretty broken.
Yeah, I'll switch out for some guns, man, instead of my scimitars or like 1d8.
Yeah. So we're gonna.
What would be kind of cool though in that vein is being able to like upgrade it down the road as you get higher level.
Oh, as an artificer? Yeah, I think you probably would.
Yeah.
To add like bonuses to it.
It would make sense for it to start out kind of along the same lines as, say, longbow.
Yeah, longbow,
damage.
crossbow, yeah, that kind of thing.
Like I'd allow it to be a D8 or a D10. I think that's fine for a gun. I think because it's just a light heavy crossbow at that point, like one of those two.
Yeah.
And also like looking at that, it's like D&D has one problem in 5th. It has a lot of problems, but the one problem in 5th Ed that I think is that magic bows and magic ranged weapons are bad. I think they're bad. I really do, because there is one major problem with the system. And that is, Talfrin, you are raging. I hit you with a magic punch to the face. You still negate the damage.
My face! I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, you still reduce the damage.
I'll reduce it.
That does not happen to any monster. No monster has a resistance to piercing, bludgeoning, or slashing damage once magic is involved. It's always magic resistance or this. And that just strikes me as really frustrating because, one, if you have a magic bow, you can just snipe things to death constantly, and they have no defense against it. Nothing does if you're dealing regular damage. Like, if you... It makes it like, why would you... A regular bow that is a +1 magical bow is more dangerous than a +3 radiant bow. Because it applies to everything. Whereas the radiant damage can be negated if you have radiance resistance, which nobody does. Like, it's the least common of all of them. So that is a big problem with the system having ranged weapons that can do that. Which is why most of the time it's magical ammunition. So it's like, yeah, shit. I didn't even realize that till we had a magic bow in action, and I'm like, huh. And then it gets stalled, and I'm like, huh. I have ideas now. I can fix it. I can make the system work. I can make it work. You know, so because then you can get like magic arrows that do all sorts of cool shit. It's great, but like, right?
And it's in a similar vein to that, Kelly. So for one of my artificer infusions, I can do something called repeating shot, and if I don't if you don't load ammunition in it, it produces its own magical ammunition.
Which is pretty dope.
Which is pretty dope, but I mean, and I was thinking about doing that one because it gives a +1 to attack, and you ignore the reload, so you don't need to do the bonus action to reload the thing. But if you're not too down with magical ammunition,
Well, that's a class feature.
True, but I'm just saying, if you don't want magical ammunition for every single shot that it makes, I'm totally down with working with you to.
Well, what does it do?
Well.
You have to. How much ammo can you create that's magic?
If I don't load it, it produces its own.
Its own magical.
Yeah, its own magical ammo. Yeah.
I mean, that's an entire infusion you're dedicating to that, though.
That's true. Yeah. So I can also turn that off.
I mean, I think there's a difference though, like an item that automatically does it versus you injecting because you only have what? How many infusions do you have by level 20? 4 or 5? 6? You don't have that many. Like you have one on your rabbit full time.
Yeah.
You'd have one on your ammo, and then you only have a couple more left. Like that would be one of the core things in your character is my gun can hurt you.
Yeah, I don't get a third infusion until 6th level.
6. Apparently, iTwitch says that there are 6. So, or Itwitch. I'm never sure. Are you iTwitch or Itwitch? Like you're the Itwitch.
Yeah, and then at level 18, you get your 6th infusion.
I also am going to be changing some of the rules, to be honest. So what did Darkhurt say? I think the exploration. Yes, I think things need to be adjusted a bit. I also think that there should be monsters who have resistance to even magical types of piercing and bludgeoning and things like this. I think that there should be monsters who are their armor's so hard that if you have a magic hammer, it's not going to do as much.
Yeah.
Or if you have a magic rapier, it's not going to pierce it as well.
So wait, aren't there creatures that have resistances to bludgeoning or piercing that magic wouldn't affect it, wouldn't it? Because the magic would only apply if it specified magic resistance.
So the way that it's written in the monster manual is here. I'll read it out to you specifically so you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
I think I'm getting confused because I'm like, wait, I don't have anything magic, and I know Viscera doesn't do much damage sometimes in some creatures because
hold on.
Needs to
so
be magic.
here's the way that the wording is actually written, just so that you're aware. Okay, I found one that does it with silver, but that's not useful. Come on, where are you? Seriously, I always end up with these guys, and now I can't find them.
Oh
no. So damage resistance. Okay. So, for example, a night hag is resistant to cold, fire, and then, after the semicolon, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks not made with silver weapons. So, that means that silver weapons can cut through the damage resistance, as can any magical weapon.
Right.
Oh, so a regular
basically,
weapon with a magic
basically,
thing
right.
having a +1 magic weapon is the ultimate wingman who gets you into the club. Because it's all damage. Come on in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is one of.
You still have to roll well.
You have to roll well, but that means that if you have just a basic flavorless magic item. Mm-hmm. It is immensely better and basically evens all of your resistances out, and it does take a lot of the pressure off in fights, which is why I like taking third-party materials from Kobold Press, because they're brutal. I want to show you guys something actually from last game. Okay, Tome of Beasts. Okay. So here's a peek behind the curtain. When I decided to use the rhyme worm, I looked at it and was like, oh yeah, that's probably right. Because alternatively, I was gonna throw you up against the. You guys are gonna laugh your heads off about this. Where was it? Nope, that's for tonight. It was the. Here we go. So you were either gonna go up against that or the. Not the chroma metal. Not the Clockwork Abomination. Where? No, not you. Not you. Was it this one?
While you're looking, I want to show off what Kel made me.
It's
so lovely knitted.
It's so pretty.
Knitted vest designed for Claudette.
Also, that was fast. Holy crap.
I know. 2 weeks of, I think, casually working on it.
Hell.
Oh, here he is. You guys were going to fight the Crinoceros.
Oh my
It's so dumb. I love it. I
Rhinoceros.
love their naming conventions.
I love it.
That would have been a cool animal to get killed with, not with the worm.
So
The worm was cool. I loved the worm.
the worm was
was
cool.
freaky.
Okay.
Really
So I
cool.
looked at the worm's stats and I was like, okay, what do we got? Okay, good. We got tendril attacks. We got a swallow attack. Okay, that'll be really cinematic. That'll be great, right? That's how I look at these things. And then I looked at like black ice spray. Rhyme worm sprays slivers of ice with rotten meat in it and that kind of. I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty great. I didn't finish reading the entry when I was picking it because I was like, that is what I'll pick. It'll be good. Because I kind of expect these books to be balanced. I forget the Kobold Press, they're amazing, but they're not always balanced. Here is the actual ability. Ready? And new Dungeon Masters, you will do this too, constantly. Hell, old Dungeon Masters will. Challenge rating 6 for this monster. Okay? You're a group of like 5 level 3s. I figured it'd be a boss fight. Then you kind of triggered all of their minions at the same time, so that turned into a much higher level. But the Rhyme Worm sprays slivers of ice in a 30-foot line and 5-foot, 30-foot long and 5-foot wide line. All creatures take 4d12 necrotic damage and are blinded. A successful DC 15 Constitution saving throw prevents the blindness.
Yeah.
Not
Yes,
half
the
damage.
blindness. Nope.
A line attack
So-
should allow you to do a dex save. Especially if it's a spray of slivers of something.
Yep.
We should be able to dodge that if we're really good at that.
So
I mean, to be fair, we were in a 5-foot wide corridor.
Okay, yeah, we were a little bit difficulty there.
I
Do
think
you-
was not in that line, but man, the rest of you, I think, got
By
most
the
of it,
way,
didn't you?
do you know
but
how
how
much
much
shit?
But
Me and
why?
Barry.
But if you're a successful acrobatics check person, you
Yeah.
could have dodged up. It's 5 foot wide. You can wall bounce off. enough.
It's super scary. The Cone of Cold doesn't use dex saves. Does Cone of Cold not? I feel like there should have been a set. Regardless, even if it was just a con save, it should have been a save for half damage. And if you fail, you take full damage and are blinded if you're still up. Like that's the way I feel like it should have been written. I would have retconned that had I read it a little more thoroughly beforehand. But at the end of it, it was also a 5/6 recharge. I made an executive call immediately after watching that take down almost half the party that, hey, that's a 6 recharge only because holy shit. The first number
Yeah,
I
that
rolled
was
was a
scary.
5. Like the next round I rolled another 5 and I'm like, no, it's a recharge on a 6. I can't. Because it would have just been a party.
TPK.
TPK, Chronicle over. Right? And
Yeah.
I don't think that's cheating. I think that's adapting when you realize that you accidentally picked the wrong monster
Yeah,
for
and
cinematic
yeah.
purposes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
that,
want
see,
to.
that would have been like start of a TPK, and Claudette would have been like, yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, Cone of Cold is take half.
Yeah.
Cone of Cold is take half.
Because
Yeah,
luckily
you
she was out of
on a-
range.
Half, but
On a
Yeah, you would
Constitution
know, I
save,
guess.
not a Dex though.
So
No, but still, you
Yeah.
do get a save.
You do.
yeah.
Which is
So
nice.
Yeah, I remember
what-
seeing Very and Talfrin go down, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. it's 'cause we
Jodo
didn't
is
start with
correct. When in
full,
doubt, tweak it.
Yeah.
It's
agreed.
tough. Yeah, exactly, Art Hardy. It's you have to adjust to the situation. You have to play with it. I gotta say though, guys, I don't know if you've been watching YouTube. Do you see how much shit I have gotten from last episode?
Yes.
People who are just
really?
like, you
No.
can move
I haven't
through
actually seen-
people's
Yeah.
squares, and I'm like,
Yeah, if you want to get
Okay, you
surrounded by the
can.
enemy.
yeah, but I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, they chose not to move through people's squares. Here's the deal: in my games, I don't even count friends as they were like, yeah, you can move through squares if you want, and it counts as rough terrain. And I'm like, I don't even count it as rough terrain. They're your friends. Like they're not gonna they'll move out of the way in the middle of a fight.
You're not gonna try and trip you.
You know, they're not gonna, and if- but like they're like, oh, this. I'm not. If you were one of the ones who commented, I'm not actually getting on your case that much. But I just want to say, the players didn't want to go, and if they
Yeah.
wanted to, they
was
couldn't
dangerous.
because it was a 5-foot wide corridor. Because my map maker James made a death trap.
I mean, good job at the
Good
death
job,
trap.
James.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was a death trap, right?
Like when Ivy went up, I still wanted to be range, and then I got swarmed by the freaking zombies, and then there was nowhere to go, and I'm like, I can't move anywhere.
When you accidentally pull
without
the
taking
entire
3
dungeon.
opportunity attacks. Like that was the thing, is if I backed up to even retreat, I would be taking 3 opportunity attacks from those zombies, man, and the vendor guests at some point.
It was rough.
Like, oh,
I did ask for a kobold cave. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember when we started going through it, I was just like, what is, why did these natural caves and like kobold caves not come 10 feet wide for comfortable walking to a
Passage.
like?
Well, it's true.
I'm
like,
fully aware that's completely, it wouldn't make any sense.
oh, and James very happily made the maps for the next 3 episodes of Shards of Nirn, too, for Tia and Zeno. And they are very lovely, James. Thank you very much.
Yes,
I'm gonna die.
Can agree. I have seen
Yeah, I
them.
let Christine take a look at them, so because she helped me pick monsters for them, actually.
Oh, good.
Oh, nice, Christine.
Oh.
So
Thanks.
if Mike and Amy want to
I was like, oh, that looks cool.
D&D
oh, that
supplements
looks
and
cool.
find mountain
that looks
things,
cool.
let me know.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. We'll see how bad you ruin us.
It's fine. I got stacks on stacks on stacks, guys. Don't worry. You want to roll like 3d4 on top of your regular roll? I got you, fam. I got you, fam.
It's good. It's good. So, anything else that we should talk about tonight? So, quick reminder that Sunday we are doing go serious for a moment. Content warning. We're about to talk about sexualized violence. So just mute for the next minute if you can't hear anything about it personally. That's fine. So on Sunday we are doing an event called Streaming for Survivors, which I'd love it if you were all there for. Jodo just ran a fantastic play that I was able to see about half of today on his channel, and a bunch of us who are connected with Tabletop Titties and Shar over at Tabletop Titties, who works for WAVA, which is the Vancouver Rape Crisis Center. We are doing Streaming for Survivors to try to raise as much money as we can for them. We're shooting for $1,000 for Dork Tales, and it is going to be a great time as we are having Bunny Hearted come over from their channel to run a Dungeon World game called The Temple of Heck with 2 C's, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's for a serious cause because this type of funding goes to support people who are in one of the worst periods of their lives, hopefully, at least the worst, because hopefully it doesn't get any worse than that, and provides things like counseling support. They will go with you to the hospital for the collection kits. They will help you deal with police. They will help you get back on your feet after an incredibly traumatic and life-changing event. Right now, WAVA has a list of backlogged counselors that is over 250 names deep. These are people who are waiting for funding for a counselor to come and get to them. And I don't know about you, but when I fall down and break my leg, I want to see a doctor same day. Okay? When something like this happens, someone shouldn't have to wait a year or 2 to see a counselor. That time period can be enough to completely ruin a person's life from the amount of trauma and baggage that is going to leave with them. So we're going to try to mitigate that. We're going to try to bring some money to them so that people in Vancouver, in the Vancouver area, can start to heal and get on with their lives. So hopefully you'll join us. The game is going to be hella fun. It's going to be great. I'm not going to be in that one, but I will be there as the voice of God. So it'll be super good, super fun. Amy is in that. Robin is in that. Robin's in. Sorry, you're different on the Zoom versus my window. And then Kel is going to be in that as well. And also we have Natasha and Rose, who is a very dear friend of ours in real life, but used to be on Vancouver by Night. And I think she's sometimes on Tabletop Titty stuff. I don't know. She's going to be in Cyberpunk in a few weeks, actually. Well, in about a month and a bit. After Jen gets done visiting. She'll be in Cyberpunk with us. So it'll be a lot of fun. It's a good cause, and at the very least, it's gonna be a fun game. So come and enjoy, and I'll actually be able to like type and communicate with the chat compared to normal, where I just have to like kind of sneak one in quietly under the radar. So, and Trizalta, thank you for donating to that. I really appreciate it. Actually, what are we at so far? Because I've donated too. I want to see what we have. So, Streaming for Survivors.
And we've come up with some great incentives.
Oh yeah, I gotta
guys.
program all those tonight.
Oh yeah, I
There's
saw the
some
list.
there's some good ones for what you can make us do. It's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be chaos. We learned last time not to have the rotating DM thing happen though. That was a bit much.
Yeah.
That was
Oh
weird.
wow! I just watched that jump to 70.
Oh did it just jump? Oh,
Well
thank you
done, guys.
Aw.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jodo. Thank you, Trisalta.
We're already like a tenth of the way there. You saw that I got you too, Joe. I threw some money at you, threw some money at me. It's like a money fight. Stark versus Wayne. Let's do it. I know both of us don't have as much money as we'd
I
like
was gonna
to
say, wow, Kelly, you've been holding out on us apparently.
Are you kidding? From my Dork
What
Tales
the F
Empire, like and
just-
subscribe, smash that bell, and visit the Patreon.
Something just fell in my apartment. I don't know what did. I heard a bang.
Okay. All right, so let's pause that. And whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so we're gonna hop back into game in just a minute. Reminder that if you want to see me play Maids of the Ascension, go over to Ravenos Archon's channel tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. I will be there as Mikhail Volkov in all of my glory, and you will love the accent. I almost slipped into it, but I will not. You should also what?
Come hang out with me in the morning,
True.
and then we'll go raid them at 12.
That's a good idea. Brilliant idea.
Smart idea.
There we go.
So go visit Lady Liliana.
We can talk about wigs and costuming.
World War II
Ooh,
Mage. It'll be good.
Are we? Is that what's
I
happening?
bought a shirt for this, and it still
I'm
hasn't
gonna
shown
be
up
playing
yet.
Guild Wars, but
Oh,
you can
no.
talk.
You can ask me whatever.
So tomorrow is Mage, Sunday is the Wave of Stream, the streaming for Survivors. So if you got to pick one of them, I'd love for you to hang out with me, but go to the Survivor stream. It's more important to a lot more people than just me and Ravenos Archon and all the players there. So Crimson, if you've got the time, go on Sunday, okay? And then Monday we have Rime of the Frost Maiden. Tuesday we have episode 2 of Candlekeep Mysteries, which I am playing in. Yeah, because Way's gonna run that one. And
Shock and awe.
and then for
excited.
those of you who are fans, the next Tuesday, that episode of Candlekeep Mysteries has a very special guest, Kagi Films himself, Alejandro Saab, which is going
Very
to be
exciting.
It's going to be great. Oh, and that reminds me.
And equally special guest, Hayden Davio.
Yeah.
Truth.
Hayden's just family at this point. They don't even count.
That's true.
It's
They don't
just
even
like,
count anymore.
It's like having your cousin over. I mean, they're great, but
An
I
equally
mean-
special guest will be my new
I mean,
Blackwood.
Trizelta, there's a limit to the number of Hurt Them Mores that can be bought in an episode, so have fun. At least I'm pretty sure. There should be. I'm going to double check that. I'm going to check that real quick. I actually
Think
Yeah,
you've gone up to 14.
I mean, you should probably restrict it to how many per
person.
stream.
Oh, shit, did I not
per
have a
person, but
limit on
also
that?
per stream. No, you haven't. I don't think.
Oh,
Because
let
we
me
have
double
had
check.
so many be bought.
Yeah.
Or maybe, let me double check.
You
I'll-
limited the buy of willpower
Yeah.
to 2 per
Yeah,
person.
to 2.
Hurt Them More. Hold on. Let me see this.
I tried to buy it for the whole
I
group last
disabled
night.
never
Me
found the
too.
body because I didn't
Oh
want to
my
have to deal with that.
gosh.
Hold on. Hurt Them More. Hurt Them More.
But yeah, you should
Oh.
probably
We should do
restrict it
this
to
before
a number
they-
per
Oh,
stream.
I
the
should
chat
probably
has
actually
found
change that
that
to
off.
3,000 to be honest. But
Of course, the chat's found something.
skip reward request queue, cooldowns and limits. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, because I mean, that's why I put a limit on buying Charlie treats in my chat.
How many redemptions? I mean, 10, 8, 6.
Well, how many realistically do you use in a game?
I don't know.
I'd say maybe you could put it at 10, and then
Yeah.
it's up to you to use them.
You know what? 10 is a reasonable ceiling.
Yeah.
For the
And I
entire
will-
stream,
And
yeah.
I will
Yeah.
put a redemption per player or per user of, I think 3 per person is probably
Yeah, I
enough.
was gonna say 2 or 3 because
I'll say 3.
otherwise,
So that means that you can buy
because
3.
because if we don't use them, either someone has to go through and refund
clear them. Yeah.
and clear them, or they have to, which we don't necessarily know if we're clearing it from a previous game.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's been used or not.
So it'll be.
Yeah.
So yeah. So don't worry. So you can still hit me. But so 1 per player at the table, no more than 3. So it'll be 3 per user. You can buy 10 total as a group or 3 per game. I need to overhaul that and actually change a couple of things too, because I have to change a couple of our point buys just so they're a little more even. But and we were testing it out and it worked. It's fun.
Yeah.
We enjoy it.
It's still we're still figuring
By the
it
way,
out.
if you're I did use all 10 last night. I did use all 10.
Well, that was
Oh,
I
boy.
the
feel
finale.
I feel
That
like
was
more
a-
than 10 is a little
thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
More than 10 is just like you want me to kill him? Like what?
Yeah, where are we going with this? Like, how?
I mean, I did
Sometimes
kinda-
it gets to the point
It's
where
not.
we're
It's
watching the
hurt
chat
them
and
more,
kind of
not
going,
kill them more.
Drama bombs? I
What's
think
the point? Like, it hurt
through
most
this.
of it.
People have been buying more hurt them more and less drama bombs, it seems.
there's always
Well,
at least,
then
I have one
give it
drama
to
bomb
Kelly.
tonight, and I got to figure out
Yeah.
how to use it in an accurate way.
I think there's a lot of like enjoyment of let's screw them over sort of
Yeah.
thing, right?
I think so, and you'll
There's
be
a
able.
certain sense of that, and like a little bit's okay, but
I
sometimes
don't like it when it
A
gets
lot
too
feels
far.
like you're beating
You're
up.
getting
It's
so
like,
many
okay,
that you're
guys,
kinda like-
calm down.
Anyway, message me
guys.
if you think I'm being a dick about this, but like seriously. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so quick reminder. But we're gonna hop back in the game in like 2 minutes. But just so you are aware, so we've got Rhyme, Candlekeep, and then Shards of Nirn, which is the second episode with our guest stars. And then there are no games until at least the following Monday, because Christine and I are going away for a little bit. Yeah, what's up, Amy?
All right. Did you already mention whether or not we have Hexador tomorrow night or not?
I did not. So also we have Hexeter tomorrow night. So if you want to
Okay.
finish the opera, come. It's going to be great.
I was just wondering because you never.
James,
you
I
were
can't
going through the
program it that way,
games.
man. You're always asking for me to program things that or to do things the programming doesn't allow.
Oh,
Because because you know that like I would have to change the settings every single game. And you know that people, I've done that in the past where I've tried to have two separate things, and people buy the cheaper option thinking it applies to the game that it doesn't apply to, and then I owe them points because I legally, like, according to the Twitch agreement, I have to do something to redeem that points, or else I'm cheating people. So no, it has to be blanket.
Oh.
Like, yeah, you have to do that, or you have to refund them.
wow.
Oh,
You have to treat points like currency.
even though it's them being, okay.
Well, at the very least, it's kind of a dick move, and like.
Well,
a lot of-
yeah. I get that. I'm so surprised that that's actually like in the terms of service.
It probably
of
is. I know
Twitch.
if you have a raffle, you have to give something away, and I
Yeah.
think it's under a similar
Like,
clause.
Okay.
I know
people
noodle
literally
bugs that
cannot
refunded me my
refuse a
points.
raffle prize. If they entered the raffle, they must
Yeah.
take it.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's a thing like with games, like in Guild Wars 2, people will have giveaways
Thank you,
for
Joe.
in-game items. And if someone enters the raffle and wins it, but they don't own the game, you still have to set it aside for that person, even if they don't own the game. You cannot give it away
think
to someone else.
I did see one other person where they agreed to keep it because the person didn't realize that they had to have the game that was something in game.
Yeah.
And they very clearly told them, okay, you have to very clearly state this.
It's a very clearly.
Exactly
Yeah.
that I do not have this. I made a mistake. Please take me off the list for the raffle, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're really catchy about this because otherwise you can just cheat to give it to your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
I will say that if you come out on Sunday, we do have prizes to give out for Streaming for Survivors, like 2 new games by the D&D Beyond people. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, in the summer, we are going to be running a couple of new games. We are running a couple of games from Free League, including the Alien role-playing game, and Call of Cthulhu from Chaosum. And I have free shit to give out for both of those if you come out and watch. So it's going to be fun. The Call of Cthulhu cast is going to be pretty rad. Everybody buy a fedora. It's the 20s. It's the only time you can wear a fedora. Either Indiana Jones games or 20s games. Only time.
Not to be confused with the trilby.
Yeah, I don't think you can wear a trilby anytime. Like, maybe.
Some people don't know the difference, and there's
True.
yeah, you got to know the difference.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. So you already have one. Of course you do. Jacob. Okay. Well, I gotta open the window. It's getting too warm in here. Crimson's.
I've had the window open the whole time.
Getting the vapors.
Shuffle.
Okay. All right. Last thing before we head back into game. How about the shuffle? Maybe a shuffle. We're gonna need a hat workshop. Okay. What the hell was I gonna say? There was something really important. It was we're gonna do cool shit. We're gonna run cool shit. There's that other game that I'm not gonna announce yet. We finished Vampire, so it's dead finally. And then Hexeter's
stake in
about to
it.
die. What was that, Caitlin?
I said you drilled a stake in it.
It was raw. Like that was the darkest game I've ever run on a stream.
It was pretty dark. I wasn't even chatting. I was in for the first half. I was like, oh.
I was only in for the first half too.
It was great.
it got
great
worse.
though. It's great though. Oh, jeez.
I was listening to it and then kind of communicating it to Mike in their stream. Oh my god, vampire!
Yeah, it was
Oh my
it was
gosh.
pretty great.
Everybody with vampires agreed. They're like, oh, we'd love to play these characters in a different engine. No, like that was the thing.
it's-
Like everybody was like, oh my god, we love these characters. Can we play them in a Requiem game instead?
Yeah. Vampires really just
Fair.
like
Vampire,
SFI
the
generally.
V5
Yeah.
is kind of rough.
Like yeah, like the
I want-
engine. I mean, the engine. I mean,
It's a
like,
little
that's,
weird.
yeah.
I'm not usually a big fan of like playing in Vampire, but I would love to do more of our
Requiem's different.
Oh
like,
man,
a
that was
Requiem
so
game.
good.
Requiem's
that
like.
was redonkulous.
I need to
so
finish
good.
editing that because I promised that
Ugh.
couple on YouTube that I would.
Yeah.
That is
And-
if I finish my writing.
I liked playing Sable.
Sable's a
Sable,
mess.
that was her name. I forgot.
Sable Norwood. My
Sable.
my Nosferatu.
Your Yoshie or Yoshi's what the hell is his name?
What are you trying to talk about Yusuke?
Oh, yeah, Yusuke.
From-
no, not Yusuke, not Yusuke.
The painter guy?
Was that Yusuke? Oh, it was Yusuke.
Yusuke. You know Yusuke.
Amy, after game, I have to talk to you about my other project that I need some help with that I just came
Okay.
up with.
Just came up with. Okay, so I don't know about this project yet.
You do not. So,
God
ooh,
damn it.
have I ran you through the 3 new projects for when Dork Tales evolves into its next phase?
I
This
think
isn't
so,
even
yes.
our final form.
There's a lot of paperwork involved.
What's on my
There is a lot of
relation?
paperwork in poem. Yeah. Actually, there is. I got to do my taxes soon. And I'm just looking at that bin of receipts
Same.
right there like, I missed so much stuff last year. I could have gotten more money. I forgot that I can claim Netflix. Research. Because I'm a writer, right? So I have to use it for like researching topics. Calm down, Frieza. Never! What else? Ooh, I got... Oh, God damn it. I had something interesting I was going to talk about. So I got shortlisted for a role, like a voice role. And I'm excited about that.
Fancy.
It's
Nice,
fancy.
that's nice.
It's fancy. If you like Laura Olympus, it's extra fancy.
Oh, nice.
The unofficial one, not the new one that's actually coming out as a series, sadly. What the hell was it? I want to go back to game, but I forgot what I was going to say. It was...
I can point out that we are now at 110. I'm thinking it's all in USD, right?
yeah,
On
that's...
Tiltify?
Yeah, that was an
110
oof.
USD right now.
What?
Woo! Yeah, keep throwing money at us. I also wanted to say thanks to everybody who supports us on Twitch and on Patreon because it makes a difference. And I just did my recordings for including the Patreons in. Oh, the podcast uploaded today. So I updated that we have 2. We have a new one today, and there's a new one coming out I think tomorrow. And then I gotta finish editing the rhyme with the Frostmaiden ones. Our podcast actually sounds really good. It's actually like I was listening to it. And I'm like, this actually sounds really solid. Like I like this a lot. It's nice. Except for this one New Zealand chick. I don't know.
I'd fire her if I were you, honestly.
Do you want to come play her instead? I like your hair better than hers. How would you look with a beard?
I don't know. I'd have to try it out. I've never really tried it before.
God damn it. There was something I was going to say that was really cool. Oh, it wasn't really cool. It was, Amy, you interrupted me to mention there was Hexeter House, which was valid. But, Christine and I are going away. So between Wednesday and Monday, there are no games. We're probably having Rime of the Frostmaiden that night, but I got to double check that nobody's busy on Easter Monday because it's a holiday and people might have plans. So,
I'm working, so I'll be good for that game.
You'll be off in the evening. Yeah. So,
yeah.
But I still want to check with like Mike and Hayden off stream so that there's no pressure, right?
Yeah.
If they want to have a night off. Where you can find the podcast? You can find the podcast at Podbean. You can find the podcast anywhere except
wherever you find.
Except for Apple Podcasts.
Huh.
Actually, can you? Everybody head to Apple Podcasts and hold on. Apple.
Are you on Spotify? Because you can do podcasts
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
Nice. Wait, what? Oh,
What?
I should know that. I use Spotify all the time.
Yeah,
I use Podcast
All
Addict.
the time.
We're on
I
Podcast
even
Addict.
also use that.
I know. I left you a nice review too on Podcast Addict.
Wait, did you?
I did actually.
Oh.
5
I
stars.
follow.
I gave you 5 stars.
Amazing.
Search iTunes. I'm gonna search iTunes and see if we're there because we were supposed to be there. And then, if you don't have iTunes, download it for free. No, get bent. Get bent. Nobody cares. iTunes.
No,
Why is it taking so long to connect to the iTunes store? Anyway, someone with iTunes, look us up and see if we're there.
iTunes, it just takes forever.
And
that's why.
yes,
It just
Jacob, I
does.
met Matt in the kitchen. He's like,
does.
"Oh yes, you're the nerdy one that I know."
But yeah, so you
You're
can also go
the
to
nerdy
dorktales.podbean.com, or you can also go to our merch page and look up some cool shit. Oh, we don't have it. Okay, I thought we had a merch link, but anyway, dorktalesstore.redbubble.com, and they still won't respond to me about Cyberdog.
Really?
No, they won't. I've sent them like 4 emails now being like, hey,
Bitches.
this is my fucking dog. Stop
yeah.
letting CD Projekt Red steal my dog.
That's bull.
I'm gonna go John Wick on their legal department.
Oh yeah.
But like, no, I'm not gonna shoot anybody. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
growl.
Yeah, that usually doesn't end well in real life. Not like
It
the
worked okay
movies.
for John Wick for 4 movies. Or
I
are
said
there
not
3 John
like
Wicks
the
or 4
movies.
John
I
Wicks
said
now?
not like
I
movies.
thought
In
4
real
was
life,
maybe in
it
production.
doesn't work.
4 is in production. That's right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, so folks, guess what? It is time to go back to game. It is game time for the gaming.
Excited.
They're working
Great.
on the floor. Okay.
That's what we're doing.
All right, so let's go back to the game. Everybody else who wants to, go throw some money at Wava and like and subscribe, smash that bell, and do other things that actually, because then I can buy people better cameras and stuff. And it's nice because now they're actually affordable again. Because COVID's almost over, so the cameras went from being $400 to $100 again.
Nice.
Yeah, right. It's really nice.
I mean,
Although Mike, your old camera that Chris is using now is
Oh, poor Chris, man. Poor Chris.
well, he got rid of the other one when I gave him that. He's like, I don't know where it is. I'm like, how do you not know where it is? I was loaning you Mike's camera. I wasn't giving it to you. So I don't know where he put it.
oh.
Yeah, that
Thanks.
camera hates its life.
There's got to be a way that we can return that still, though.
So curious. What is wrong with it?
If anybody understands Logitech, what was that? A Logitech 130?
C920.
Part of me wants to look at it and see if I can
So its
figure it out.
autofocus constantly is correcting itself, so it keeps going.
Yeah. So there has to be a way to disable autofocus.
Yeah, there has to be.
You would think.
Yeah.
For what?
For the Mike's webcam that Chris has right now,
The Logitech.
the C920.
Yeah, you just go into the Logitech program and tell it to stop autofocus.
Yeah,
It's literally an
a-
option you can turn off.
Mike, did you try
So-
that? You're muted.
Oh, if that had worked, it wouldn't have been a problem.
Ah.
Ah.
Was not
Autofocus was
wanting to.
always turned off.
Did you have-
Interesting.
did you have-
Did you turn it on? Did you try turning it on?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Mike,
turned it
Turn it
on.
on,
Mike-
turn it off again.
Yeah.
did you
So
have?
it sounds like it's an actual mechanical problem in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
then you should
webcam
have
than it's not
returned
a
it.
software problem.
Well, we're kind of outside of the window because we didn't.
Well,
actually,
yeah, no, I meant like, yeah, that should have been like,
Actually, what is the return window? Hold on.
Well, we would have had to catch it way early on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Which
Which you
it
don't
didn't.
necessarily-
It didn't start doing it right away.
Was it the
Oh, that's
920S
frustrating.
Pro?
I think so.
Hmm.
But
Oh, well, we'll have to
but
figure it
out.
yeah,
This is the one.
Yeah.
the Logitech software did nothing to help alleviate the issue.
huh,
Oh jeez.
unfortunate.
Yep.
I hear a train.
That
whistle
was the first thing that I tried.
So what's weird with my webcam, which is also a Logitech, but it's a much older version because it's only 720.
Yeah, we need to get you a 1080. We need to upgrade.
Yeah, I know. I don't have the funds for it right now. I also need to get a better green screen. But so the problem I have with mine is that it has software that it came with. It used to work when my computer was Windows 7. When I updated it to Windows 10, for some reason the Logitech software it came with vanished and never came back. And I have not been able to find the one that works for it. However, it shows up whenever I go into my camera settings through OBS. So whenever I need to adjust my camera, I open OBS.
Oh yeah, because OBS gives you that setting that you can't reach any other way on your computer. It's weird.
But it's a way. But that used to be available through my computer.
See,
And
mine
I
just
don't know
doesn't
where it went.
pull up anything for
It's
my
the
camera. I
exact
have to
same
use my
one that
camera
I originally
app.
had when I originally had.
Actually, that
yeah.
might fix Chris's problem.
it might.
because
so
that
Chris
has
needs
the
to
no-
download OBS.
He's gonna be like, OBS. That was
Yeah.
that was a dad joke right there.
It's such a oh
I
god.
enjoyed that.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can return it, but I'll email Logitech and
Yeah.
ask about that. I'll put it on my to-do list, my long to-do list.
It's just weird fixes for technology that I have figured out.
But anyway, it's just a frustration because right now, as host, I help everybody have technology. I have so many webcams now, guys. Like I have like 6 webcams, 7
Yikes.
that are loaned out to people. It was like, Mike, you're using my
Do you have
Yeti
a
right now.
spreadsheet?
Yeah, I am.
I probably should.
You should have a spreadsheet documenting all of your stuff, and
This
who
is
has
true.
it.
Well, I
because
just got a
eventually
message
you're gonna
by
want it
James, and
back.
he's like, "Do you want your green screen back?" And I'm like, "How do you have my green screen? Who did that happen?"
Yeah, you really should.
I think you lent it to me.
I did let you, and you
then-
left it there, and like it's
Left
the
it
thing.
there.
I need to make
Yeah.
I'm adding to the list. Okay, then we're gonna start gaming like in like 10 seconds.
And this is the sort of thing that's going to bother me if you don't do it, so I will remind you.
Okay, ask me after game tonight. I can do it.
Yeah, no worries.
Contact Logitech. Yeah, because Mike's camera sucked, so I picked up another camera and loaned it to them, and then took their camera to see if it just hated your computer. And apparently, it hates Chris's computer too. So
Yeah. So yeah, and so I'm using a webcam and a mic that I do not own,
but they look good.
but they look good and they work well. So
But
I'm
you're not
gonna
using
get
a green screen anymore.
No, because I need to
What
do
happened?
something from my ceiling because my wall is right here.
Just pony up for a $200 Elgato lifty green screen like everybody else.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing.
I want one of those
It's
so
great.
bad.
I didn't
So-
have to pony up for
Damn.
one. I just took yours.
Yeah, but I don't have one anymore. I have like a one I've
I
pinned
just
to
have
the
a
wall.
wall. I just have a
Oh.
wall.
Raid.
What I'm thinking is,
Hello,
Oh, hello, Raid!
Hi, Raid.
in that case, I will wait.
What are you gonna do? What are you
I
saying?
was gonna say, in that case, I don't think I'm gonna get a green screen that just like stops here.
Yeah.
I might get just like put like a shower curtain on from the ceiling,
Oh, that's
so
a pretty
that it
good
actually curves around
That's a good idea.
back. So
Green cloth is really good. You could also get a green cloth and get like a bendy rod.
yeah,
That could be probably good.
Mine is like a green screen from Amazon. It's $30, and other than my light's a little weird now, but before it looks great because it's long enough and it curves.
Yeah.
Side.
And then, hello Raiders, we're just about to hop back into game, so good timing. But yeah, so, or you could, like I said, just shell out for the Elgato one. It's great because it basically works like you would pull it up and it's like a rig that has, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
want it so bad.
And
bad.
our friend Bryn hooked me up with that because she messaged me and was like, hey, look what's on used Facebook right before the pandemic struck. And someone was selling theirs for $70.
Yeah.
And it's a $200 item in Canada. And I was just like, yeah, okay, I'll pay $70 for that green screen.
I need to like maybe start like a donation goal thing or something on my stream when I'm streaming. Just be like, guys, please donate so I can get this.
I think you
Just
should.
try a bit.
I think you should. How much are they right now? Hold on. I will just look up green screen.
Yeah.
Ooh, green screen on a post. No, green screen on a green screen. Well, it's down to, actually, the off-brand Zuochen one is down. It's got 4 stars, but it's down to $169 with a $20 off coupon. That's not bad, actually. That's
Potentially,
that's
if it's
that's a
still
quarter
on
down.
sale in like a week and a half.
You edit some more videos. I'll help you pay for it. The Vivo one though is only 200, and that has more stars and is a much brighter green. That's the problem with
Yoda
dull.
talking about the frame from PVC. I did that, except I have to put it
No.
assemble it every
This
time.
is
It
a
doesn't work.
collapsible, 100
Yeah, I know,
inch
but
diagonal.
Jodo is talking about having made one from PVC piping. I'm
Amy's
like,
room doesn't work very
but
well
it
for
didn't
that.
Work. Yeah.
The Vivo one looks actually really good, but it's $50 more. I can help you pay for some of this if you work for me again.
Possibly.
But we'll talk. I need some editing done anyway. All the green screens. Okay, so folks, it is time to stop talking about green screens and employment contracts and employment contracts. But I'll buy you shit if you do stuff for me. There we go. That is literally. Mike got so much beer today. Like for graphic work, so much beer.
And Kel got lots of cider for knitting.
Oh shit. So.
Oh, right. I
Dork.
need to drop off Kel and Mike some low fills from work.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, Robin, the low fill coffee that I said bring me more of, don't bring me more of it. I actually drank it and it's awful.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just
I don't like
carbonated,
it.
carbonated
it's
cold
gross.
brew. No thanks.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's gross.
Okay.
That's why I said, I'm like, are you sure you like that? Because I hated that. But hey, man.
Folks, it is time to hop back into the Reign of Emrys here on Dork Tales. Any last things? Go support Wava. Come visit us on Sunday afternoon. You're going to love it. 2 p.m., 6 p.m. Pacific, or 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So, let us hop back into game right now. Let me close all of these extra windows. I have so many windows open now. What the hell? Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Reign of Emrys here on Dork Tales. As the train pulls into the station, you are released onto the platform. It's wooden and shining brightly, polished and waxed to a mirror shine, with brass plates for you to walk on, ridged for you to keep your grip so you don't tumble onto the lightning rail tracks beneath. Looking around, you can see that the entire town is bustling. People moving up and down, living their lives. It's quite a sight to be seen. The fashion sense out here is a bit more coarse, a bit more thick. People are wearing a lot more wool out here. And you can see that at one of the nearby cars, as they unload this lightning train, they're loading another one with sheep. Big, long-horned sheep. In fact, as you step out, although, what time of year was it? Do you guys remember?
It was fall, I believe.
Oh. I'm just going to really quickly shut my head out the door. I hear a car alarm going, and I just want to make sure it's not mine.
Sure. Okay. Ivy is still hearing phantom noises and runs off to check on them.
It happens.
Okay. I hope it's not. I hope it's not hers. All good? All good?
Yep, it's not mine, so it's fine.
All right. So who cares? All right.
Exactly. It's just really loud. Like, it's coming from up the street, but it's like, I can hear it through my closed window. Like, I don't have anything open, I can hear it.
Oh, I mean, that's probably good for the alarm company.
Yeah.
All right. As you step out, you'll see them loading up longhorn sheep, and even though it's only early autumn, as you step off, a chill is going to rustle up your frames, going to creep up your flesh, and you're actually going to see a bit of mist escape your mouths. You're in very high elevation now. As you're heading off, can I please ask, and I always ask this, but does everybody have a passive perception, does anybody have a passive perception above 15? 15 or higher?
I have 15, yes.
Okay. Is it just you?
I'm not a wisdom monkey this time.
Okay.
No, my wisdom's
I'm an
off.
I'm an
Intelligence
int
monkey.
monkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm
strong.
all in, no wisdom.
Just strong.
Same.
All right.
Leiden, as you are looking around and just kind of getting your bearings, you'll see that there are signs saying this way toward hospitality, this way toward inn, this way is towards restaurants on signs. And as you are looking around, you are going to see that there is a rather tall, broad, thick-chinned man standing in the middle of the square, looking around kind of like he knows what he's doing. Might be the type of person to ask for directions.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
Yeah, Leiden will sort of start walking that direction and then call back to the rest of the party, be like, hey, let's talk to this guy. Get some directions.
He turns-
And Claudette's gonna move over to Telfrin and ask, like, I understand the others are going shopping. You didn't seem to express anything. Would you be willing to come with Leiden and myself on my errand.
Of course.
Thank
I'd
you.
love to be your escort.
Oh, excellent.
Secondary
It is very
escort.
disconcerting being in an unfamiliar city.
Of course.
I
We'll
was
navigate
actually-
it.
I was actually thinking, do we want to go off and do our respective errands and then meet back up and all of us go shopping?
Maybe we should find a place to meet up first, like
Yes.
a tavern
Like
or
yeah.
an inn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
that's true.
probably a good idea. Yeah.
So let's go
Don't believe I
talk
need
to
to
this
do any
individual.
shopping.
They seem like they'll be able to give us a good point us in the right direction. And then we can split up from there.
All right. Do you walk up to him?
Yeah.
He turns around and, looking, as you get up to him, you'll see that he's a man of about 6'3", 6'4" in boots, wearing a wide-brimmed hat pulled low over his eyes, a tall collared leather duster around him.
Hi there.
He turns around and looks at you. Ma'am?
Hi. I was hoping to ask for some directions. You seem to know what you're doing, where you're going.
Yeah, I was just admiring some of the art over here. He says, gesturing to a wall nearby, where you'll see there
Take a
are a
look.
number of wanted posters plastered.
Art?
Yes, indeed. You gotta love the way that they get the caricatures of these individuals.
How do you mean?
Well, I just wonder what kind of moron they get to draw these things.
Leiden will take a closer look at them
Yeah.
to see what the heck he's talking about.
You will see a rather fierce-looking, cadre of malcontents posted on the wall. There's a tiefling with like a missing eye who's snarling. There's a human woman with like kind of like a Glasgow smile, kind of going, "Hey." And then in the center of it, there's this rather stupid-looking half-orc who's going like kind of just looking like he's snarling and frothing at the mouth. And can you make me an insight roll or a perception roll? Your call.
Well, I don't know if it'll help much because my insight and perception are both +7, but I rolled a 5, so it's like a 12.
Oh no.
12? So the name there will be Zetrin Calder. Wanted for high larceny.
Does he look like Zeet?
He looks a significant amount like Zeet if Zeet was drawn by a caricaturist at an art fair.
And Leiden, I don't think actually saw him.
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it was
Oh,
very, very
Leiden
annoying.
looks and
Yeah.
looks at it and looks back at the individual and goes, I don't see the problem.
I knew I
What's-
was right not to trust him.
What?
Oh, it's you. How y'all doing? Tits. Also, this can't be. This man's human, obviously. His skin is kind of like a dusty peach color.
Do you know each other?
Yeah, we slept together.
At that point, Vary's gonna go up to him as well. And be
Okay.
like, oh, hey, it's great to see you again.
Oh, I slept with you too. Nice to meet you.
I
In the same carriage. We were bunkmates.
gotcha.
Yes.
I see.
Right.
That I see.
You want to go to Sweet Respite.
Sweet respite.
It's in the Merchant
That's
District. For y'all, it's kind of cozy. Ran by a halfling lady named Kira. Nice people.
Is it sweet as in like candy or sweet as in like a sweet?
You got it the first time. You got it in one there.
So, what's wrong with the art? Or
Claudette's going to kind of
portraits?
at least get to be up and listening at that point. And
Well, they are kind of caricatured.
Yeah, but don't they have most of the primary details?
I don't know. This Calder guy is supposed to be stunningly handsome, a real rogue.
Really?
Yes, he looks quite nice.
Well, good thing he's not wanted in Tyrannia. He taps the side of it, and it says "wanted for crimes" in. Wanted for crimes in Wanted for crimes in Weislung, Venkin, and Aldare.
Oh.
No, not Tyrania, just everywhere else, eh?
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, fair enough.
I hope we don't run into them. They seem like they're quite a
I think the term's
notorious
negative.
sort.
Well, you know what, Leiden? We protect you. I protect you.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
I just don't want to get mixed up in any complicated business, I suppose. Not yet, anyway. We seem to get
What
into
are
too
you
much of it
doing
already
here?
on our own.
In Terraknel's Eve?
Meeting a friend.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Same.
Be
Nice
seeing
to
you
meet you.
around.
I hope you find your friend well.
I think I will. He says, smiling, and glances down, looking at the picture of the woman with the broad, scarry smile. It's going to be an interesting conversation.
Insight?
Yes, you may.
Well, I suppose we should find a meeting place. And
17?
then I need to
17?
figure out where the Imperial War Mages live.
I'm going to send you
Alright.
this via...
Alright, cool.
Well, shall we head over to the inn, get ourselves a room,
And then go.
and then you need to go off to find your thing. I need to head up to the telescope.
As he looks at that, a chill will creep into his voice as he says, "It'll be an interesting conversation. Leiden, you will read between the lines immediately."
Right.
What is this woman like other than the scarred face? Is she?
So that is Sybil Hask. Wanted for murder and grand larceny.
Race?
She's a human woman.
She's a human woman.
Ah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Well, enjoy your day. And Leiden's gonna kind of loop her arm through Claudette's in a very overly, like, firm but friendly, and start walking towards the district that he mentioned.
Claudette's gonna yelp, stumble a little, and then follow with you.
He tips the hat and lets you progress.
And Claudette will kind of wave.
Wave goodbye. Let's hope we don't run into him again.
You seem
He's-
perfectly nice.
I think he's gonna hurt whoever he's looking for.
Oh. You sure? He was very
Sure,
polite.
I'm sure.
Well, we don't know the story.
But I'd rather not get involved in that.
Before long, you'll find yourselves moving through the bustling area that is the center of town. There are signs posted. Watch your purses. Pickpockets afoot. Mind your
Okay.
business is another one that's pasted on the side of one of the walls. What do you do?
This place is different. Leiden's gonna mind her purse.
Okay.
Very's gonna make sure that all of her stuff is securely tucked.
Yeah, Ivy's gonna kind of.
Paladin's
Make
gonna
sure.
be watching everybody else and be ready to punch anybody in the face if they get close.
Sounds good. You'll be able to make it through the crowd, forming kind of a protective bubble around yourselves, with Dirk trailing along as well, carrying the luggage. Oh, he's looking rough, by the way.
Oh no.
You know what?
Actually, when Ivy sees that thing, she's gonna pull a vial out of her bag and drink it. And I'm gonna gain the Percipient Potion, which is I gain advantage on Wisdom ability checks, but I have disadvantage on Charisma ability checks until
Okay.
I flush the toxins out.
Your eyes are going to constrict almost to a pinprick as your eyes take on a hawkish look. Slitting like a snake or a cat. You see everything with great perception at this moment. As you're glancing around, you will see the side of Very's throat pulse as she looks around. And her heartbeat quickens slightly as someone almost bumps into her. You'll see the throbbing of her throat. You'll hear the creak of Talfrin's leather boots. You'll be able to smell Claudette's perfume. You'll be able to just... You can almost taste one of the nearby bakery stalls. And you can feel how surprisingly warm Leiden is at your side, even though she's not touching you.
All right, let's go.
Before long, you'll find yourselves in front of the Sweet Respite. It's a small establishment. Well, small in height at least. It's mostly ground level with a single floor above it. The ground floor, it's kind of how to phrase this. The ground floor makes up the majority of it, with a large kitchen and dining room at the back. Above the main portion of the house, though, are 2 floors, so it's kind of shaped kind of like a boot, almost, if you get my meaning. The kitchen and dining room kind of arches over a short, like 30-foot tall bluff on the side of the mountain, looking down onto the trains and some of the cheaper areas of town. And as you enter, you will see that the inside is quite well taken care of. There are fresh mountain flowers perched around the place in hanging receptacles. There is a little tray of fruit by the front door that has a sign, of course, on it that says "Customers Only," please. And as you enter, you will hear a bell ring above the door, alerting the housekeeper, or at least the lady of the house, who is a halfling woman, plump, blonde, with her hair pulled up into a pair of pigtails, very heavily freckled. She rounds the corner and looks up at you. "Oh, hello! How are you today?"
Hello.
Oh, well, thank you. Yourself?
Ah, so many of you,
Very
6
well,
of you.
Thank you.
Well, come on in. Drop your bags. I'll just be coming around in one moment. Watch your head. Sir, you'll need to watch your head. You're quite tall, and I've got a chandelier. I'd hate for you to take it with you.
Oh, I'd hate to do that as well. I will be careful.
It sounds good. You'd be going with a couple of lumps as well, I think. Just a minute. She'll go behind the counter, and in the distance you can hear that the dining room is actually quite, as they say, lit. A number of halflings are in there enjoying a fine meal that is several courses deep. Lots of soups and tarts and other sweetbreads. Someone is playing music in the distance, a nice lute sound, and a flute accompanying. All right. She wanders behind the counter and steps up on a small pedestal. All right. So hello, my name is Katie. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Do you have a few rooms available?
Do you have a couple of rooms available for you? I think I probably do. Yeah. She'll turn and look at Very and start speaking in halfling for a moment. Sorry to ask you this, but why are you traveling with this lot? They're at least twice your size. That one's 3 times your size.
Oh, they're quite lovely people. They've helped me out with a couple of things, and I'm gonna help them out with a couple of things.
Oh, that's interesting. To you, this sounds like oh, sorry about that. I'm just doing some logistics. So most of our rooms aren't mixed use, as you could say. So, my dear, I can absolutely have one of the beds brought in for you. But if not, that means that you might have to be in separate rooms just because, unless you want to stay in a bed with one of them, or if you want to be swimming in it. I will say, though, that if you're going to be swimming in it, it will cost slightly more. So, if you're looking for a nice room, you ain't got no better place to find it than here. Each one of our stays comes with a free breakfast as well as a mild continental lunch. And of course, we do have a small bar as well as a tobacconist. A wee one. But, so, if, and the tobaccoist covers a number of things as well that may not exactly be tobacco, but, shit from the upcountry. Well,
Oh, I haven't
high
had any
country,
of that
at
in a
least.
while.
oh yeah, it's the high country, all right.
Oh, good.
So, although I would warn you that if you weren't raised on the stuff, I would go lightly.
Oh, fair enough.
Although also we've got a wee bit of a bakery around here as well. So if you'd like to try some of those,
Was
no
that
fireworks! Hey,
Is that what I'm smelling?
they're setting. Some of the kids are setting the fireworks in the backyard. We've got the fireplaces on at full tilt, but we've got the back windows open. I said no fireworks. I hear screaming dragons. Sorry, my kids are at that age where they're setting everything on fire. Except for the rooms, of course.
It happens.
I do
remember
that
age.
age.
Oh wait, I'm still kind of in that age.
Just
I've
one
never
moment.
experienced that.
And she'll wander over to the side room and just, "You stupid, no! Stupid, no! Aiden, Pete! Stupid, no! No!
Do you want me to give them a scare?
Maybe later."
Claudette's
And with
gonna
the-
lean into Leiden and whisper, kind of like,
Why don't we share?
And she slams
Yeah.
the door.
Well,
Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so where were we?
So
looking
I
for-
would like to hire a room for myself and my agent.
For your agent, alright. It's
And
okay, it's
I will
okay,
pay
love.
for this gentleman's room as well, as he is assisting me with some things.
Oh, excellent, excellent. By the way, it's fine, dear. You can say girlfriend. We're very accommodating here.
What?
Because you're good friends, right? I mean, you're allies.
no.
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 I'm Claudette Belmont.
And I'm.
And this is my agent,
Oh,
Leiden.
my apologies, Miss Belmont. Are you sure that you'd want to stay in a place like this? I mean, this is
Oh, it came highly recommended.
really. Normally, we don't get any.
A gentleman on the train said it was quite a lovely place.
Oh, really? Oh, you're traveling with wee halflings then? Because honestly, we don't get many people who are through here who are.
He was very
are the double
tall.
talls. Oh,
He was very tall, yes.
I
But
see.
he seemed quite certain that this was a place that we should check.
Hey, did you get his name?
Oh, think
I'm
you
afraid I
guys-
didn't, but
you guys recognized him. Do you know his name? He actually never introduced himself.
Zeet.
There.
Ah.
He seemed quite polite.
a little intense, though.
Is he a friend of yours?
He was
Acquaintance.
friendly.
I met him on the platform.
Acquaintance.
Acquaintance.
We shared a room on the train briefly.
Aye, and he probably sent you over here to help finish off his
Sight?
tab. Alright, but it's
Is
fine.
it so very big?
It's not small, unlike the rest of things here. Robin, you have your hand up. What can I do for you?
Yeah, how much would Ivy have an idea of how much a sword would cost? Because she's like, she wants to know how much gold she has to pay for rooms right now.
I mean, normally you're gonna get a scimitar
Yeah,
or a short sword.
yeah.
A short sword is 10. A scimitar is 25.
Shite. Okay.
short sword it is.
Yeah, that's all her gold. So she. Okay.
We've got 5 left over. You were given 15.
Oh yeah, right. I was thinking 15
Yeah.
for this.
So, if you're staying here, how many days would you be staying, loves?
I believe at least the one night.
All right. Well, we can
I'm not
renegotiate
100%
tomorrow.
sure of my travel plans just yet.
All right. So, right now, I have to say that there is a surcharge for what we call larges here. It's the largesse surcharge, I suppose you could say, for your largesse, milady. Oh, that sounded bad. I didn't mean to talk about
Very is just giggling.
and you know this is halfling.
Claudette kind of
right
expects
here.
this the moment she introduces herself, so she's gonna see how much they mark it up by. She's naive, she's not stupid.
So, I'm surprised that you're not staying in the Crystal Palace, to be honest. But then again, they charge 3 gold pieces a day per room at the least.
Well, and honestly, like, I just got back from Zetrovia. And,
No,
it's nice to do things on my own instead of on Father's account.
all right. So I can calculate this pretty evenly. All right. So let's just do this with fingers. Okay. So how many rooms do we have? 1, 2, 2 total.
No, Zeke and I will share a room.
All right. So,
Zeke, sorry.
And
Dirk.
Dirk.
Dirk and
all right.
I.
So 1,
Other
2.
guy.
Ivy, would you like to share a room?
Sure.
All right. 3.
Three.
3. Okay. I actually happen to have 3 doubles, if you'd like. The doubles and the kings will be the same price for you. So you can choose what you like. I have 3 doubles, and I've got 1 king, and I've got 1 queen, but I wouldn't recommend it, actually. It's right near the kids' rooms, and they're a bit noisy. If you like kids, it's great. I'll give you a discount
I
on that one,
don't
to be
Double
honest.
is fine.
Yes.
All right, so, and how much do you eat? So, I've
Not
got...
very much.
So,
A regular halfling amount.
As much as
Alright.
Leiden has to remind me.
okay, so a lot, and then...
I'd like a half of a halfling.
All right, so a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, obviously, this does not include any services like wine service, tobacco service. Any of that stuff is going to be extra. But for meals, if you are, so let's see, that is, I can divide this up separately. So, for each room, it is going to be, and I'm sorry to do this to you, but with the surcharge, it is going to be, it's going to be 8 silver pieces per room, per night.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Then, with that, meals will also be a bit expensive there. So, if you want to eat like a human, so like a regular size amount, that is going to be an additional 4 silvers per person. And that does include the continental lunch as well, though, so you can take something to go. I can make you a sandwich, if you'd like, or something like that. Some crisps. But if you're hungry, and you're really hungry, so for you, that's going to be actually an extra 8 silver.
Oh, that's perfect.
Good. Now, I do say that it's basically all you can eat. Except for you, that's 2 bowls per meal. 2 plates, 2 bowls. That's it.
How many silver and a gold? Is it 10?
10. It's a 10 denomination.
Okay.
So it's going to
she will
cost...
pass over 2 gold and 8 silver. She's
Alright.
paying for herself, Leiden, and Talfrin.
And I'll pass over 16 silvers.
Okay. So that's 2 rooms.
Oh, and she'll throw the money in for Dirk as well. The extra 4 silver for the food.
Thanks. All right. Love. You two are... so you're... and... are you eating here at all? She says, pointing at Ivy.
Yes.
All right. So it looks like your friend has paid for your room.
Oh, thank you.
But I still will need either your 4 or your 8 silver pieces.
Yes,
for
I'll
your
have the
meals.
4.
Just eating a little, watching it away.
Something like that.
Ah, that's fair. You know, I met a tiefling once, and she got quite chubby, and all of the lard just settled in her tail. Just the tail. The rest of her was hourglass, and then she had this big bulky tail full of cellulite.
Huh.
That's okay. We have a doctor who can take care of that in town, by the way. Just saying.
Interesting.
Actually, I guess we don't anymore. She was here a while ago. She moved out of town about... She was coming by occasionally. What was her name? Dr. Oder? Dr. Ocker. That's the one. Doing all sorts of plus...
You, what was she like?
Nice little lady. Bit weird. A lot of cosmetic surgeries.
Huh.
Could remove moles and things like that. Came through town usually. Kind of like a traveling dentist. Had a cart. I think the last time she came... about 3 months ago. Said she was heading south. But I think she was operating out there for years, though.
Did she say where?
Well, I mean, there's not many places south, basically. Like, from here, there are a bunch of little hamlets and villages, but the only other place is really Cordist. And nobody wants to go there. It's a mining town. But, I mean, it's the only other major settlement along the coast. Except for the fishing villages. But you wouldn't go south to reach there. You'd go to the west, and then you'd ride the coastline down. But that's not the road that she ever took. She always headed out the south gate. Unless she was going to Avalcini. But, I mean, elves don't use cosmetic surgery. They're all born perfect.
I know.
So she just operated out a cart.
Perfectly
she didn't
vain,
have a
she says,
shop?
Halfling. She had like a mobile cart. And she was there
Where
with
did
the...
she? Where would she usually go?
Oh, dear, your tail looks fine. I didn't mean to put your self-consciousness about you. Your tail looks fine. You're a lovely lady.
Thank
In
you.
fact, were my son a year older, I'd introduce you.
She gives like a really kind of like smile, but like she doesn't know how to smile kind of thing. Like,
Great.
Claudette's gonna gently and politely hurry it along a bit by kind of...
Oh, okay. Would you mind? Which rooms should we take?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Not
let
at
me
all.
No. Let me go and get your keys, and she'll step up and wave her hand at a cabinet behind her, and you'll hear as the magic connects, and she'll pull 3 keys out. All right, you have Labris, Madonna, and Sassafras. Sassafras is the one with the 2 different types of beds. At least it will be once I get my husband in there to bring them in.
Great.
Thank you.
Unless you want the giant bed, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's, I don't know. There's nothing lonelier than a halfling in a big bed.
Oh, I know. I hate big beds.
Claudette will take her key and then pass the other key to Talfrin.
Thank you.
And I'll Very will
shall we-
grab the
Oh.
the key for the other one.
Also, by the way, would you know where I might find one of the Imperial War Mages?
This isn't about the comment about your friend's tail, is it?
Oh, no, of course not.
It's a lovely tail.
Thank you.
I just have an errand to run. I was recommended to look in on Lankea Quarto.
Oh, Mage's Quarto. She'd be
Yes.
up at the legislation building. If you just look up, it's the one with the dome spire.
Oh, wonderful, thank you.
If it's not a church and it has stained glass, that's probably the right one.
That's a good point. A lot of the government buildings do have that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I've not
Lovely,
actually
lovely
made that
work.
connection
Actually,
before.
it's fine. It's one of the few things that you get a lot of dwarves doing around here. We have a very small dwarf population. Anyway, this is neither here nor there. Although, if you're ever looking, there's this one. Anyway, it's. Is there anything else I can help you find around town?
I'm looking to buy a sword.
Oh, yeah, Merchant District is absolutely where you'd want to be. Which, honestly, we're right on the edge of it right now. Oh, sorry, love. What do you want? You with the pretty eyes? Yeah, you with the pretty eyes.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Has no one ever told you you've had pretty eyes before?
It
They
doesn't
try,
usually
she
come
just
up,
doesn't
no.
believe it.
Oh, you gotta believe your friends when they tell you you have beautiful eyes.
Yeah.
I'll take that into consideration. Thank you. Where can we get good truffles?
Truffles. Okay. So if you go to the Ancient Inns, Ancient Inns is a
Thank you, Legion.
is
I almost forgot.
it's at a major crossroad. Actually, as you're heading toward the upper district, as you're heading there, it's mostly nobles and things like that. No, but it's right at the tip of the merchant district, right where the rent gets a little high. Ancient Inns. It's right at the crossroads. It's a single-story building, mostly stone. It's the only stone building on the street, love. And as you reach it, it's got an orange shingle roof. And if you're hearing wind chimes, you're in the right place. Not wooden wind chimes, but metal wind chimes. Okay. Wooden wind chimes, you're getting near the pavilion. And then, I mean, it's a lovely time, and if you want to go there and have a walk with your girlfriend, it's great. But you know, it's not great. I will say though that the widow who runs the place has really bad service. So if you want to sweeten her up in advance, compliment her shoes.
Compliment her shoes.
Compliment her shoes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, sorry, and
Thank
I was
you.
Yes,
sorry.
No, it's quite all right. So
Yes, if we returned without truffles, Mother would have been most put out.
So you want to go to Blackwing Buckle if you want a sword. Okay.
Blackwing Buckle.
Blackwing Buckle, absolutely. Blackwing Buckle is a phenomenal shop. Well, it used to be Blackwing Buckler, but then the R fell off because he's not a sign maker. He's a blacksmith, right? So he's actually, I mean, he could just nail it back on, but then it would just look stupid. His brother was a sign maker, but then he died of the plague back 10 years ago. Anyway, we don't have any plague anymore. Don't worry, especially not in the rooms. Not bed bugs either. Took care of that. Besides that, also, so you want to go there and you want to find Mac?
Mac?
Mac. Mac.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Mac. Big Mac Blackwing.
Yes.
Big Mac
Blackwing.
Big Mac Blackwing. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. Big Mac Blackwing. Now, don't let the name fool you. When you see Big Mac Blackwing, he could probably fit in my pocket. Okay, he's a gnome. Okay, he's a tinker gnome. Big shiny eyes. Big broad cheeks. And he's got like a blue shock of hair. He's going kind of bald, but in a weird pattern, kind of coming on the side. So he's got like a blue mohawk, and he's got this like really long blue chin goat thingy. But damned if he doesn't make the coolest shite. Oh, I'm sorry, Mel. I shouldn't have cursed in front of your eminence. Anyway, so yeah, that's Big Mac Blackwing, and he's good people. He'll give you fair prices across the board. There's very little markup on top of what he has. If you want to go to him, there are two options. Okay, Big Mac also is a purveyor of used goods. They're not quite as good, but they're cheaper. And it looks like you're trying to save a little bit of money. He will sell you older things, and his newer things usually have about 10% markup, but he doesn't haggle, and he doesn't cheat.
Okay.
He will try to sell you things that you might not think you need at the moment, but you might need them in the future.
So he's not one to haggle for prices.
Aye, he takes it flat. So basically, mark everything up in your head by about 10%. It's pretty standard for the mountains. There's not as much commerce up here. I mean, most of what the commerce we get is sometimes we're visited by people from up at Kazluxia. Occasionally, if they're particularly bold, we get Karagarian traders. But not very often. Most of them stay out of the Empire. Because, I mean, why would you?
Yes.
Sometimes we get Avelsini up here as well, though. The Avelsinian elves. Whew. Now, those are fun nights because they bring all sorts of craftsmanship. But that is another story. So, Big Mac Blackwing is where you gotta go. Anything else that I can help you with?
Yes, actually, I'm looking for two things. Firstly, I am looking for the observatory.
The observatory, with the big fucking telescope. I mean,
Yeah.
sorry, lady, I shouldn't be. I just punched myself in my lip. I should watch the big observatory.
Yes.
So it's actually not in the city, right? So to get that done, you're actually gonna have to go a little bit way south. It's by horse. About a 2-hour ride. Okay. It's right near the coast.
Okay.
So that's where actually, if you head a little bit higher than this, maybe a few more feet higher for you. Actually, have one of your friends boost you up when you're down at the end of the road near Blackwing. And if you look up, you'll see the tip of the mountain actually. So that's Mount Presidio.
Principio?
Presidio. Like it presides over the... It's the whole thing that it was really forged from. So if you head over there and you look just to like the southwest, you'll see the mountain range continues, and it's the big, tall bastard. Just at
Good
the
to
top.
know. Yeah, because I need to go fix it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, they're sending me to fix it.
Who's the last one that was there and fixed it? It was out of whack about 7-8 years ago now. I think we had somebody come and stay here with us that was fixing it. Another halfling. Huh.
Probably one of my parents.
Huh. Small world. Small world for smart people.
Exactly. The second thing that I'm looking for is a store called the Hidden Gem.
Oh, are you sure? Do you want to go there?
I was directed there for some very specific
Oh,
things.
let me guess. Your roommate told you to go there.
Among various people.
Generally, if you're in the merchant district and you follow the gutters down as far as they can go, the Hidden Gem is the place before it all turns to shite. Once again, I'm sorry, my lady. It's just I'm raising teenage boys.
That's fair. I remember when my brother would start.
So yeah, if you just follow it over to the left out the door, follow the gutters as far as they go, you'll, I mean, if you're going together, you'll pass Blackwing before then, and then it's probably about 4 blocks past. Do yourself a favor though, go to Blackwing first, buy yourself a nice, big, shiny sword, and keep it visible, because that's the part of town where it gets a bit dark. If you follow me.
Good to know.
Nice, shadowy overhangs everywhere. Stay in the sunlight if you can.
Good to know.
So as for you, though, love, if you're thinking about heading down to do the telescope, I would recommend maybe doing it tomorrow.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, there's a big rainstorm coming in today. And it's going to be cloudy. I don't know nothing about telescopes, but I do know that they're good at seeing the stars. But there ain't going to be no stars tonight.
Fair enough.
The sky was red all morning. It's been like that for weeks, actually.
Really?
I mean, off and on. But when it gets red around here at the coast now, it didn't used to do this. I don't know. It could be something like from the founders of factories, maybe. Things get into the air. But it's like crimson. The sky at morning all along the western coast. Red. Especially like coming up from the south. It's like the sky's on fire.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. You know, it's probably, to be said, I say it's from the south, but the way the wet air current works, it might be the Cataganians. You never know when they're going to do something tricky.
Fair, yeah.
I mean, it's their way.
Well, we'll keep our wits about ourselves.
That sounds good. Well, you know what? I've talked to your ear off enough. Feel free to take a muffin as you go, or a piece of fruit, and I will be happy to guide you through if you have any other questions around town. Oh, and if you did want to stay a little bit longer, these rooms are available. I can shift some things around for you if you let me know tomorrow before checkout. Checkout is at 11 a.m. by the way, love, and I can absolutely move some things around for you. So you can keep them up to 3, maybe 4 days, depending on whether or not one of my reservations comes through.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, loves. If you need anything at all, find me or my husband, Daniel. He should be around here somewhere. You'll see him. He's the handsomest, tallest halfling you've ever known. 4'1".
Oh wow, that is tall.
Aye, he's from the tall fellow line. Although, and she's going to drop into halfling, although between me, I think the long fellow would have probably been the correct way to put it. So you hear,
Fair enough.
Did she make that gesture?
She did not make the gesture.
Okay. Ivy probably gets the gist. It says something's being.
I don't think that she needed to use the hand gesture for you to get the gesture.
Ivy's pretty oblivious sometimes to social.
Anyway, and you'll hear fireworks start going off in the other room. Enjoy the muffins. All right, you little hellions!
Right, thank you.
Let's go leave our things and then we should head over.
Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't mind just a quick rest in the room. I'm going to prepare something really quick before I head out shopping.
Okay. Well,
You seem nice.
Claudette, you, Leiden, and Talfrin were gonna go up to do your thing, right?
Yeah.
That was the plan.
I don't think
Okay.
it should take terribly long.
Okay. And then Ivy, you wanted to do some shopping.
Yes,
You wanted to get your sword.
yes,
And
I
need to do a
feel
little
I,
bit of
f-
shopping
I
as well.
feel like I understand being able to use two at once for fighting. I feel like I can use that to my advantage in fighting.
Fair enough.
So I want to
okay.
pick one up and give it a try.
Okay. It doesn't look like I'll be able to do my thing today anyways, and if it's to the south, then I don't know, maybe we can organize that, but... Does anyone else have any other business in town?
Other than stopping quickly to pick up some truffles, but we can do
Truffles,
that
and
quickly
then-
on the way.
Ivy,
I really should try and maybe look. I was thinking when I speak with Lankea that I will see if I can find out where my brother's regiment is stationed. And then
That'd
I
be
would
good
like
to
to
know.
make a short trip.
Ivy, you were saying on the train that you were heading down to Cordust, right?
Yes.
Well, after we're done here, do we want to just continue south? And see where that takes us?
We could. If
If
Where
I'm
you-
not
guys
given
would
another
like to.
job, I would be interested in seeing Cordust.
Yeah, because that way I can take care of my thing on the road while we're going down to do Ivy's thing, and...
True. I would suggest perhaps we should consider extending our stay for tomorrow night as well, depending on
Probably.
when the trains leave.
I would agree.
Just to
I
think
it's
something
a
to think
wise
about
decision.
tonight.
yeah.
But we have until 11, so figure that
That's
out.
fair.
Dirk, what do you want to do?
I'm just how long for the ride? I've never seen this side of the continent before. It's kind of nice.
Well,
All right.
do we want to split up, or do we just want to all go as a group? What are we thinking?
Well, Claudette?
Probably best that we split up and just get it done.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, Ivy, shall we go shopping?
Yes. I just need to quickly pop and
Yes, for
mix
sure.
something together in the room.
I mean, yeah.
So I think Claudette will drop. They'll go and pop their luggage in their room and head out.
and it's probably best that I have someone who looks mean and strong to go into the lower part of town with.
Yes. Dirk, did you want to accompany us as a third? You look like a
You,
scary young lad.
yeah, I can go with you. Sure. Let me just let me get a glass of water. I'm still feeling last night.
Or would you like to rest
Yeah.
for the afternoon?
I can rest this evening.
Yeah, you got this. You got this. He's gonna like slap his back.
Lower daddy.
Maybe later.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hearing that, Ivy's gonna take her tail and slap his ass with her tail.
He's gonna.
That's the spirit.
There you go.
Claudette's gonna kind of look over at Leiden and just do the exchange of glasses of what have we gotten into.
Leiden. Leiden, your eye is going to glance downward. You're going to see that tail had a reaction. He grabs the duffel bag and just kind of hugs it against his chest. Let's go check this room. I'm interested in this room.
All right, let's drop our stuff off. We'll meet you out here.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Claudette, just don't think about it too hard. I lower. Yeah. They don't have the noble bearing. It's not their fault. She says that rather quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for why I wanted the short rest is I can make a new mutagen potion every short rest. And so I'm going to make one that basically makes my appearance malleable so I get advantage on charisma checks.
Beautiful. Give yourself, like, lift the girls, open the eyes a bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My skin and voice become malleable, allow you to slightly enhance your appearance and presence. You have advantage on charisma ability.
Nice.
Side effect, I have disadvantage on initiative rolls. So hopefully we don't get in shit yet until I
That
flush
sounds
out
good.
the toxins.
Also, I love that we're technically a mature channel, but like the difference between the two games, like between last night and tonight, is like leagues. Like there was like last night we had a Hellfire Club in game that was briefly described, and this one I'm like I really feel like I really buried the lead of that. Like there was a reaction you noticed, Leiden, and now he's walking off carrying something in front of himself, type of like PG rated humor. I just think the scale is
so
really
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's quite funny. I've been reading Pride and Prejudice again recently, and then like variations. So with how blonde Claudette is, I am honestly I keep thinking Georgiana Darcy.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking like that sort of like, oh, kind of like horrified proper of like the 1800s.
All right. So, and with that, you will be able to head back out onto the streets after a brief rest. You rest and give yourself that advantage on your charisma roll. So I'm actually going to start with you, Dirk, and Very.
Cool.
You head out about town, and as you do, you are going to easily find your way down to where you want to be, down to like the merchant district. And as you do, you will manage to approach a place called Blackwing Blades, where there is a rather about 3'2" gruff gnome working a forge. Looks up when you approach.
Big Mac?
That's what it says on the door.
How are you today?
I'm all right. Looking for some things?
I am indeed.
Looking to cut, stab, or shoot?
Stab.
Notice that, what is that, a meat knife? That's fine, but, what are you looking for? Who are you and what do you want? What's your price? What's your age?
My age.
Are you old enough to own a sword? You're at least 16.
Yes. I'm
Good.
20.
Old. I'm 170.
Wow.
I know, young.
You don't look a day over 100.
Well, now you're just flirting. Flattery will get you everywhere.
Good.
All right, what can I do for you?
She'll take out her scimitar. I'm looking to supplement this. I want to try dual wielding in scruffs.
You want to try? Well, are you any good?
I wouldn't know yet. I have not tried.
Let's do a little test. You're here with friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here.
And he'll reach over to where it looks like he was making a couple of maces. Actually, a couple of war hammers and axes. He's going to grab a couple of axe handles, toss 2 of them up at you.
Okay.
You're going to kind of awkwardly catch them both since you still have your sword out.
Yeah, right? It's just like, what?
And then he's going to toss 2, like a mace handle to Very and a mace handle to Dirk.
She'll
Beat the
catch it.
Beat the shit out of her.
Okay.
I'm not gonna send a woman off to her death.
Disarm him.
All right.
Okay. I don't want to.
Don't be a pussy and hit her.
He says
Come
to
at
Dirk.
me, Dirk.
Make an attack roll.
Sorry about this. Yeah, make an attack roll. And Robin, please make me 2 attack rolls.
Sweet.
What am I adding to this attack?
You're basically using. It's going to be. It's basically a broom handle that you're fighting with, so it can be Dex or Strength.
Okay. I got 17 to hit.
17.
I got. With dual wielding, that would be my armor class, so that would hit.
No. What are your checks? What'd you get on your rolls?
Oh, mine, I got a. What I wouldn't add proficiency to this, right?
Yes, you
Because
would.
of broom handle. I would.
would.
Ooh,
Yep.
okay. So one's gonna be a 21, and one's gonna be a 18.
Okay. So leaning in, Very is going to go and just. How are you trying to strike her, Very?
Just like a normal sword.
Okay. Very
Just
tries
normal sword
to.
attack.
Very tries to strike you in the ribs. A nice solid hit to your chest. But you're gonna bring your stick down, twirl it twice, and actually pin Very's stick to the ground. Dirk's going to come up from behind, and as he tries to bring it down directly on your ass, you are going to swing your sword back so hard it's actually going to snap his stick in half as it blocks.
Well, not bad. Not bad at all. I'll even let that haft be free. Kind of asked for it, to be honest. All right. So you were looking for another scimitar?
Yes. Hopefully.
No. No. Your stride's too long. Look at the way look at the way you spread your legs.
She smirks.
It's a duel, not sex.
I know.
You know, people that make jokes about sex that much don't get enough of it.
You're probably right.
Well, if you want to hang onto that broken haft, you can fix half of it. But let's see.
So here's the deal. Give me that scimitar.
Okay.
Do you like this?
Yes. I'm quite attached to it.
Well, here, and he'll hold it up to your mouth. Kiss it goodbye.
Ivy looks very concerned.
Kiss it goodbye. You don't need it.
Thank you. And he'll throw it over his shoulder into a pile of weapons.
All right. How much gold do you have?
Not a lot. I've had a near-death experience. I was res.
He
So
has
I've-
15.
Yes.
All right, 15. Is that all? And 2 gold. Dirk will say and put 2 gold on the counter.
Aww. Aww. Dirk. Aww. Ivy's gonna like look at him and like not know what to do for a second. She's gonna kind of like just go be like, and then like give like a really weird kind of like smile out of the side of her mouth, like.
All right, 15. 2.
Tell you what, I'm going to treat you nicely. I'm going to take the scimitar off you at a little over half value. I'm going to round up because this kid is sweet on you.
I like to treat people well. You know?
All right. Here's the deal. Here's what you're going to get. I'm going to give you some used product, but it's still good product. This, people are going to say to you, oh, you went to Blackwing. Did he sell you more stuff that got people killed? The swords never got people killed. This is why I test people.
All right, here, he says, and he holds up a long sword to you.
This was sold to a knight who was coming through here about 5 years ago. Recently picked it up on a travel through the Mirkwoods, down to the south, just to the east of the trails. He went in there trying to slay some basilisk. It was dumb. He went by himself.
Yes.
Managed to break his hand off with a rock hammer. Here's the sword again. The stone. And let's see. And then... this one... yeah. This one. Noble. Showed up thinking that he was hot shit. Went and tried to go mano a mano with an orc chief. That's what that notch is, right there. Managed to deflect an axe blow. Orc chief had 2 axes.
Bet he didn't see the second one coming.
You didn't see much coming after that. The other thing that was the problem with that is that this is what I'm serious about. You spread your legs too far. It cuts down on the distance that you have to pivot. You gotta squat lower when you fight. I mean, you did well against them, but she doesn't have any reach, and he was just trying to smack you in the butt.
I noticed that one.
I was just trying to get you back.
Be that as it may.
She'll kind of like start like going into a stance, being like, better?
That's much better. But also, you have to remember that you're going to be fighting people with bigger reach than you. That's what this guy learned. So here's the deal. Same price, everything on the table, 2 long swords. They're sharper, they're better. Watch that notch and keep it polished out, and it should be fine. Take it to another blacksmith and get it reforged if it gives you any trouble. The blade shouldn't break unless you fight somebody who's ridiculously strong. If you take on an invading army of hobgoblins, you might want to take one of their swords instead when they're dead. But in the meanwhile, 2 long swords. They'll do you better.
Okay.
Agreed?
Yes. Can I just like, I feel like it's good, but can I make an insight check on him?
Yeah, totally.
I feel like he's being thing, but Ivy's a little hesitant. She's
Sounds good.
She's not very trusting of a person. I'm gonna put determination on that.
Okay, sounds good.
That's gonna be still not great. That's gonna be a 14.
14? He seems pretty legit. Like, he seems like he doesn't want you to go off and die with his product in your hand.
Fair, okay. So these were just things that he's made but has come back to him, basically? Is what this kind of is? Oh, okay. I just thought it was like weapons that he acquired from other people selling.
Basically,
stuff,
they're used items.
Yeah, but he made them.
He made them or he acquired them, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
And you are proficient in them, so it should be fine.
Yeah, sweet.
Take them.
Thank you.
They'll do you better. Oh, here, I'll even throw this in for you for free. Because there's no way with someone with your leg size you're going to be able to walk around with those on your hips. But you've got kind of freakishly long arms. Have you considered a back holster?
Not until this very moment. But I really like the idea.
Do you want a cross holster or a two-sided? Are you left or right-handed?
I'm left-handed. But a cross sounds interesting.
Cross is easier for you.
Yes. Could I try out either one? Could I try them out?
Yeah, I've got them right
If
here.
it works better?
So basically, you can have them so the swords are like this, or that the swords are like this.
Oh, I feel like I want cross because I love Deadpool, so I think I'm gonna do the Deadpool.
The cross one? All right, cool. He'll throw that in.
Ah, yay!
Okay, so he'll take that off of you and take the gold off you, give you those, and say,
Now, the real trick that you should probably do, because you're a hunter, right?
Yes.
Get them set up so that you can have 2 different types if you ever decide to go off hunting. Best way to do it around these parts, if you're ever having to deal with anything, even vaguely supernatural, you get one normal one. Steel for people. Silver for monsters. Then you're covered, both bases. And you don't blunt the silver one because,
Yes.
even a silver alloyed sword, it goes to blunt faster. You'll be spending twice as much time just sharpening the damn thing.
How much does that cost?
The silver
usually?
something?
Yes.
I mean, I can do it for a pretty reasonable cost, but
you just have to remember it's either 50 or 100, and I can never remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
Cost to silver a weapon. Silvered weapons, 100.
Cool.
You can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition. Yeah.
Normally costs 100. And that includes the cost of the silver, though. So it's a fairly good deal. It's expensive,
Well-
but it does the best.
Yes. Well, I have a job to do, and I might have another couple contracts coming up.
Well, that'd be good.
If I get the gold, I definitely will. I'll be seeing you again.
I've got silver. And hey, if you're going somewhere that has a job, I do buy ingots at face value. Metal is precious metals like that are hard to come by on the coast. All of our mines are, well, gems. Gems and core.
Yes. If I bring you some ingot, would that be able to take off?
We can do an exchange. Yeah, it'll bring the price down if you supply your own silver.
Perfect.
Good.
Thank you so much.
No worries.
I appreciate the pointers too.
Hey, you don't live to be 100 and whatever I am to without knowing your shit. You go take care of yourself, you hear?
I will. Thank you.
All right. With that, you can start heading off further out. Now, before long, I think the cross holster looks cool, don't you, Very?
Yeah, it does.
Thank
really
you,
cool.
Dirk, for paying 2 gold. You didn't have to do that.
You know,
at
you'll hit
all.
me back later. It's fine. That's what friends do, right?
Yes.
Friends will always touch each other's butts.
Ivy will take her tail and she'll just kind of like casually if you're like going to like caress someone on the arm, she'll just kind of like slowly like drag it down his arm.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Oh, look, gutters. I think we're in the right place for my mind. So with that, it's not going to be too long before you are going to be able to find yourself at the very bottom of this district, heading down into what is obviously the sketchy area of town.
Time to do some sketchy shit.
I would like perception rolls off of all of you.
Cool.
Okay.
And at this point, Ivy will choose to flush the toxins out of the thing, so she no longer has advantage on charisma, but she also doesn't have disadvantage on initiative rolls.
Cool.
Because I just did that.
I
as a
did take your
bonus
charisma
action.
bonus into effect, by the way.
Cool,
when
thank you.
when
I was
doing that.
I was a little worried about like when you said like, oh, he doesn't haggle. I'm like, I'll still do this anyway, just in case it gives like some sort of bonus for her being normally not great.
Quick guide to people who run role-playing games. You don't always have to resort to rolls. If someone has a charisma of 20, treat them a little nicer until they do something stupid. And then go down on them, or go down hard on, you know what I mean.
Dirk, is your mind in the gutter still?
I like tails, okay? What can I say? But yeah, like seriously, come down hard on them because they disappointed you. And that's the worst. So
I got a 19 on perception.
19? Okay.
Oh yeah, that was what I was rolling on. I got 17.
17. Okay. With those, you will see that some people are watching you from the shadows, but as they notice you noticing them, they will stay away. Which is great, because at that point you will arrive at the edge of the Hidden Gems, I believe? Hidden Gems?
The hidden gem.
The Hidden Gem, singular. Yeah, that's right. And who is the person you're looking for, again?
Her name is Gavia.
The door opens in front of you. And it's a simple shop. About 5 feet of space between the front door and the counter, which is behind a large mesh fence. Pardon me, a large mesh cage. There's a small gap in the front, and as you approach, you will hear, "What do you want?"
Looking for Gavia?
I'm speaking. A woman leans in from the background. She's a
was
half
told-
elf. But as you see, as you get a look at her, you'll see that one of her ears has been sheared completely off. The other one is a bit serrated from use, like a rat that's had bits of its ear chewed off, or a cat that's been in a lot of street fights. But the other has been stripped completely off the scalp. And can I get a history roll from both of you?
That's going to be a 22.
Okay.
Got a dirty 20.
The Avelsini elves have been a constant thorn in the side of the Empire. Avelsini is one of the provincial holdouts that has stopped itself from becoming conglomerated into the Empire. A lot of half-elves do not do particularly well in the Empire. Elves are seen with great distrust because of the power the race wields and because of Avelsini's resistance and their innate magic. One of the ways that people gain respect in Emrys is to serve in the military. One of the things that the Emrysian Empire likes to do to prove loyalty is to send half-elves into Avelsini to prove their loyalty to the Empire. If captured, the elves keep their ears, a sign of their their betrayal. Usually it's both. What can I do for you?
I was told that you were the one to see for firearms.
Who told you that? It doesn't matter. How much money do you have?
I have 130 gold, and I have a heavy crossbow to trade as well.
Put it on the counter. Put it through the hole.
She'll put it all through.
She'll look over the heavy crossbow. You have 130.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this. And she'll reach under the counter and pull up a small, in her hand it's about the size of like a derringer. In your hand it'll be like a 45. Like it's a dirty hairy gun in your hand. This is like a Colt Anaconda in your hand. She holds it up. This is This is a little baby Doombringer. Doesn't use shots. Uses actually wait, hold on. Has an internal combustion system. It doesn't require you to know how to make ammunition. Pack it with powder. It should be able to work itself. That's what the Star Chamber design is. 5 shots, then you have to reload it. Reloading takes a second.
Okay.
Not cartridges. Cartridges are faster. This is dangerous as well. It can misfire. The balls can jam.
Okay.
It's also loud. Don't try to use this as a stealth weapon. If you're going to do stealth, the crossbow is your better option. You can leave it cranked for a few minutes before you point it at someone's head. If you want this, you can have it. You didn't buy it here.
Deal.
Range, you're looking at about 40 feet for a close shot. After that, starts to pull a little.
Okay.
Goes to about 100. Then you'll be lucky to hit a barn.
Oh, good to know.
The sight's good. It's a walnut stalk. Pardon me, it's a walnut handle. And she'll put it on the counter. Gold. Now. She'll
slide it over the counter.
She'll quickly count it. Turn the gun, slide it across, as well as a bag of 20 bullets.
Okay. Thank you.
For what?
For pointing me in the right direction of where I can do things. And she'll grab it and she'll go to wander out.
All right. Heading out into the, heading out down the dark street. It's now reaching, you arrived at midday, and the sun is high overhead, just starting to dip down into the west. You're wandering up the street, and it's at that point that you'll start to hear some people murmuring up ahead. The crowd has become kind of dense in front of you.
I'm gonna make sure that, I mean, not that I have any money. Well, I still have some silver and coppers, but gonna make sure that everything is tucked away and secure.
What's going on? What do you think?
I don't know.
Watch this before the guards get here. Yeah, you hear people whispering around you. Ivy, what are you doing?
Perception check?
Sure. Both. Anybody who wants to can make me a perception check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Oh, nice.
So 21.
Perception.
Dirk got a 2.
Oh my god.
He's just too distracted looking at Ivy at this point.
Yeah.
The tail of your... That's because you keep smacking your own ass with your tail. Don't you wish your girlfriend...
I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20, so you can totally see. Crowds are beginning to form on the street. They're completely blocking the road. But they're flanking it. The people in front of you are watching, but you can kind of angle around them and see that much like the gutters, the people are hugging the side. And you'll see that a woman with a large scar on her face is standing in the middle of the road. And you'll hear... Sybil Hask. We got business. Sure we do, Calder. Funny see you all the way back out here. I ain't gonna be staying long. I need the rest of that metal. I ain't got it. You gonna be leaving without it? Well, I reckon you're a liar twice then. It's mine. I won it fair and square. You stole it in my sleep. I ain't gonna split hairs. It's just metal. Not worth dying over, Calder. A lot of people have died over that in the past. Why do you want some stupid elf metal so much? Let's just say it's a family heirloom. They lock eyes across the street. Okay.
Ivy's like, can she try and like push her way through the crowd to try and like get close to those
Yeah,
two?
you totally can. You can get right to the front.
Yeah, Vary's gonna follow, but she's also gonna she's going to tell her rabbit to go up so that he's not in the crowd.
It starts flying up into the air.
Yeah, that way he's just kind of because we don't really need him right now in this crowd.
That's true.
You're creating a crowd. She'll kind of step forward.
Who are you saying that to? Just everybody in general?
Yeah, like generally to like Zeet, because she knows Zeet, kind of.
He'll turn and look at you. And as he does, she will quickly reach into her side, draw, and fire. There are going to be 2 gunshots. Cool. He is looking completely at you. And he looks over at you as you say that. You're going to hear bang! And then immediately echoing that, another gunshot. And as the smoke clears, he's looking you right in the eye. And you hear the sound of a body falling as your sight pans along his extended arm and a green metal gun at the tip of his fingers. Howdy. Good to see you, man. Excuse me. I gotta go collect an heirloom. He turns, walks over to the woman on the ground, bleeding from a wound to her throat, where her spine is ballooned out the back of her neck. Reaches down, picks up another shining green gun out of her hands. Good. He'll spin it around and put it in the empty holster on his left. Ma'am? And he'll start walking off down the street.
Ivy's gonna follow.
Okay.
Vary's gonna follow Ivy, I guess.
And as you follow him off, we're gonna cut somewhere else. All right. Let me just write that down.
Jesus.
You guys have no idea. I love it. I love seeding stuff, and you have no idea.
No, not a clue.
That was so hot. Oh, Ivy's so turned on right now.
That was really hot. Great. He's got a tiefling and a halfling after.
Yeah, poor Dirk. But like, Ivy's sweet on Dirk, but like, that was hot.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, meanwhile, higher up in the city, in the rich areas, you find yourself there at the legislature. And, the man at the front checks your credentials and is happy to let you in. Miss Belmont, we heard that you were coming.
Oh, wonderful.
And of course, your friends.
Yes, my agent and
Your bodyguard, I imagine?
yes.
Precisely.
I'm Caldwell. I'm happy to be your, well, temporary agent. I will be your steward for your purposes of visit here.
Wonderful.
I believe you have something for Magus Quarto. Please, follow me.
Yes.
He leads you upstairs through this opulent building, and everything about this building is so rich and so pristine. Everything is shined to a mirror. In fact, every lamp inside of here is lovely and glowing with mystical energy that illuminates the place with a bright blue glow. As you head up the stairs, these long golden banisters that wrap around, you will be led into to an immense door, 15 feet tall, built directly into this fantastic gilded column. He waves his hand, and the knocker will raise of its own volition. Who is there? A woman's voice comes clearly through the door as if the door was not there. Miss Claudette Belmont, ma'am. Let her in, and the door will and open. The sound is not from ill-oiled hinges, but you actually think it's put there to make the room seem more imposing. And as you enter the room, you will see that it is an immense council chamber. 8 plush chairs around an arcane sigil carved out of solid gold. Behind the easternmost table are several suits of armor, mage armor, Magitech, independent Magitech mage armor suits, built to fit a humanoid, positioned around a glowing blue disc that you will recognize as an oracle device, allowing communication and spying at a great range, blocked by magic, but a powerful artifact. At the north of the room, you see that there are immense stained glass windows that guided you here to the tower of the legislation building. There are a pair of normal suits of armor, antiques, at both corners beneath the Emrysian flags, as well as a globe. 2, in fact, that flank the Oracle Stone. As you approach these, you see that one are the conquered territories, and the other is a map of the world, a globe of the world, unspoiled. At the center, sitting in the chair before the Oracle device, is a human woman in her late 40s. Her hair is blonde, turned gray with time. Her face severe. Not unhandsome, but she looks like someone who would be happy to teach you the error of your ways. She's dressed in the Imperial Mage garb, a black cross-button uniform with a high collar, draping blue tassels off of her shoulders, and gold trim that connects down across to her belt, where you see that she has several pouches for components, as well as where a holstered sword would be, a holstered rod of her station. Probably a rod of great power, like a rod of blasting or force. The equivalent of carrying a machine gun on you at all times. She looks up at you.
What was the form of address again?
Magus.
Magus? Magus Quarto?
Magus Belmont.
I've been charged to carry this for you.
Shut the door, please.
Yes?
Not you.
Talvin's probably in the back, so he'll do it.
Okay. Talvin,
Yeah.
as... I'm gonna spend a hurt them more. She looks up at you. Her eyes are bright blue. Strikingly blue. Cold blue like an Arctic lake. She keeps her eyes on you for a moment. Please, may I see your letter?
Claudette will stride over and offer it.
Your companions are a cleric of the Orphan.
Yes, my agent Layden and Talfrin. He is acting as an escort in an unfamiliar city.
You probably know that his last name is Pridery.
Okay, then she would have used that as well.
She takes the letter, opens it with a flick of her finger, and begins to read through it.
Claudette will have offered it and then stepped back so that there's no indication that she'd be snooping.
I see. She looks up, holding the letter in her hand, and watches your face very closely. All of you can give me an insight roll.
Okay. Can I use my, I'm gonna spend my inspiration for the session.
I would.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, where's my letter?
Oh, that did nothing.
30-20.
Dirty 20?
Well, that's good.
Buddy.
Well, that's also
So
good.
27 on an insight roll.
Oh, 11.
She looks across the room carefully and then locks her eyes on Claudette, and you will see a look cross through her eyes. More than anything, it's a twitch. It's the twitch that gets you. With your perception, you see the corner of the crow's feet on her left eye twitches slightly, with a look of menace. And a soft curl of the left corner of her mouth, like she's going to enjoy doing something. Holding the piece of paper in her hands, she looks up, and from where she's touching it, it begins to burn away with blue flame. You should watch what company you keep, magus. You bring in a bodyguard? I think you mean slave. Lumina matros. Hailiiz. Larsus. And as she's speaking in the primal tongue, Talfrin, you are going to be racked with crippling pain. And Talfrin's going to drop to his knees.
What?
You have an escaped Kataganian slave. You will actually see a mark glowing beneath his kerchief that he always wears. Punishable by, and as she opens her mouth to speak, the window to the north explodes inward. The stained glass showers across the room, and a huge figure hits the ground. It's a man in his 40s. Skeletal, black wings, dripping oil off of his back as he looks up, a beard and goatee and long black hair dangling down around his chin. Lankea Quarto. This ends today. Dr. Ocker sends her regards. And he raises his hands. In his knife, a serrated blade dripping with poison. And we'll find out what happens in 2 weeks.
Shit!
All right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sorry game went a little late tonight. I hope you don't mind too much.
I don't mind. God
I don't mind. What is my doctor doing? Whoops, she's nose. That was not good.
Claudette, your company sucks.
Yeah.
I
So,
guess the Empire. But
okay.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I'm wondering what the hell was in that letter now.
Yeah, right?
yeah.
Shit.
She looked menacing as fuck reading that.
She does,
Yeah.
she did.
So Leiden seeing that, I have an idea what Leiden will probably do first thing as soon as if we pick up immediately next time.
Sure,
Because I
we
think
will.
she's gonna slam I'm writing it down for my notes, but I think she's going to slam Shield of Faith onto Claudette.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give her the boost to AC.
Smart.
All right, and to give a better look of what the person I was talking about looks like, I'm going to show you...
The one who broke through the window?
I'm going to show you the one who broke through the window.
One of Dr. Oatker's experiments. Oh my god!
Well, it's funny because now, like, with everything that's happened, I am kind of looking at going, oh shit, is her uncle setting her up to, like, be killed or something?
I have no
like, is she in
freaking
the
clue.
way somehow?
I
Like,
knew something bad
kinda
was
look
gonna
like
happen. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Shit.
I knew something was
but-
bad when I heard that the person I'm looking for comes to this city. I'm like, well, things are fucked.
I'll show you what
There's
the guy's
gonna
face
be
looks like in a
people
bit,
here.
though. Oh, actually, I'll show you exactly what he looks like because I made an art breeder of him.
Nice.
So I'll post this in the Zoom chat right now because this is who started being developed, and I'm like, I'm going whole hog with this. There you go. Dr. Oatker sends her regards.
Yeah.
You put that in the Zoom chat?
Pardon me, I put that in the Twitch chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see it.
All right.
That sounds like waiting.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm here to commit a murder. I take
Oh
my
my
back.
God.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going into next game with one drama. You know what? Actually, I spent the drama bomb to activate Talfrin's marks. So I have 3.
I guess I'll have to figure out what those look like for next time. I was actually planning on actually probably starting next session trying to actually draw it on so that I could dramatically reveal it.
I think they look like
But,
servant brands from Fate Zero or Fate Stay Night.
Oh,
Right? Like,
yeah, I
I
was
think
thinking about that too, but
Yeah.
all of those are different, so you have to figure out kind of what.
I kind of pictured them kind of being like sharp commas and then like a central column. So like kind of like a jagged kind of like a wedge shape sort of, but because it's
Oh,
I
I see.
think it's like 3 separate marks, isn't it? Or is it just one big mark?
For servant commands? Or
Yeah.
command seals? Yeah, they're all separate kind of marks. You,
Yeah,
like,
I guess
lose one every
design
time
what you want,
force
or
them to
ask
do
or ask
something.
like one of our graphic designers to do it, like Michael or Bryn.
Will do.
So,
Like I think they'd be happy to. So
did any of us
Both
spend our
arcs were.
determination?
I
no, please mark.
used it once.
Ivy did, so be sure to mark your determination down if you still have one.
Yeah, I still have one.
Okay. I still have one. Thank you.
Okay, so folks, I'm glad you came out with us tonight and you enjoyed this. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I had actually hoped to end after this fight, but this is way more dramatic, and I got to make Zeke cool. And making
That
Zeke
was
cool.
awesome.
Oh my God, the
It was
scene with
so cool.
Zeke.
I thought I killed him. I
curious
thought I killed him, and I was
about
like, oh no.
Oh my god.
No, he got a 29 to shoot her in the face.
Amazing.
God damn.
And that
So-
that gun does not miss. That gun is special. Both of those guns are special.
Family heirlooms, some sort of elven metal.
Yep.
Isn't he a half orc?
Yes. Something.
Who knows? He
Leon
might
doesn't
have
know shit, but
he might have some elf in him.
maybe. I like that. I like that idea.
Either way, Very likes him a lot.
I like him a lot. I like
Ivy
him. I
doesn't
like him
trust
too
him.
much.
I like him a lot.
Ivy
Leon's
doesn't
Terra
trust
doesn't
him,
think he's a
but
good
that
idea.
was very hot. That was very hot. Ivy's like, But also Dirk. I didn't expect Dirk to be that, but now I love Dirk.
Dirk is great. I gotta make an art
Great.
reader of Dirk.
Yeah.
Ivy's so like sweet on him. She doesn't like it.
Please do.
She's so sweet on him right now. She was like, "Oh, I gave gold. He's poor, but he gave gold for my soul."
You know what? I would
Aw.
also commission a portrait of Dirk. Maybe I should look into that.
Don't commit. We'll try an art breeder first because those are free. So,
Yeah.
folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the Reign of Emrys tonight. I think this episode got really dope at the end, and the music cues hit just perfect. I
Oh,
love
the
it.
music
so
was
good.
the music was like, "Oh yes, this is getting good, man."
So good.
Yeah. As like Ravna's Archon was saying, oh, I could tell shit was happening.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
with
yeah.
the way your voice changes.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
Kelly's voice goes
oh.
into his exposition voice, and it's just like,
yeah.
"Oh shit's about to go down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm ready.
Oh my god, it's been a long day though.
It has been a long day, but folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you very much. We will see you tomorrow for Secret of Hexter House. Check me on Arcos, on Ravnos Archon's channel at noon Eastern, 3 Pacific, and then come back for Wave on Sunday. We'd love to have you here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's for a great cause. So we will see you later. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.